I'm the Lord's servant, James David Manning. Tell these faggots either they get out of town or a flame of fire is going to come out their buttholes. 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 Butthole, 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 butthole. That God is going to put a spirit, God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every Sodom. Butthole, 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 butthole. Festus diapers, your butthole. Barack Hussein Obama, butthole. Flaming butthole, 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 butthole. Penis, butthole, penis, penis, butthole, your butt. Penis, penis in your butthole. Jake's butt coming out of his behind. Flame coming out of his butt. Flame coming out of that butt. Flame coming out of your vagina. Vagina, panties. I'm James David Manning. That God is going to put a burn, God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every Sodom. Butthole, 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 butthole. Festus diapers, your butthole. Barack Hussein Obama, butthole. Flaming butthole, 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 butthole. Penis, butthole, penis, penis, butthole, your butt. Penis, penis in your butthole. Jake's butt coming out of his behind. Flame coming out of his butt. Flame coming out of that butt. Flame coming out of your vagina. Vagina, panties. I'm James David Manning.
Hi, this is Dawn Keane.
Brett Keane's wife.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from Games You Love. I wanted to point out something to everyone out there who has ever used my content or my videos. It's important because I don't want you to have any kind of trouble with your YouTube channels or get any kind of strikes. This is a warning for you right now. There was a lot of black kids there. When you get knocked down, it's not me doing it. It's the companies that I'm licensed through. There was a lot of black kids there.
I want to thank Fine Brothers.
I was very small starting out. There was a lot of black kids there.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, welcome to Drunken Peasants. It's episode 260.
Ben is going through a second puberty.
Yeah,
Damn.
I've killed the Drunken Peasants through biological warfare.
You have.
you did. You did.
Yep.
You didn't get me, bitch.
Just wait.
Oh, fuck.
I cough in your general direction, bitch.
You guys have got some kind of fucking plague that you're just passing around back and forth between you.
Yeah.
AIDS.
And I'm bringing it to Texas.
Yeah.
No. Patient zero is always fucking TJ. TJ always gets fucking sick. He gets everyone else fucking sick. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's
Like I said,
basically
biological warfare, yo.
he's basically the typhoid Mary of this century.
I am. I'm ground zero for every new disease that spreads. Pretty
So-
sure I started AIDS.
Do we want to talk about the meetup?
Yeah.
I mean,
especially because we're trying to promote another meetup. So
Exactly.
all these fuckers who are on the fence about going to the meetup in New Orleans, pull that up for a second. maybe.
Yeah, shit, I didn't even have it ready. Give me
Whatever,
one
it's
sec.
cool. But we got a fucking we got a New Orleans meetup coming up for our fans. So it
Link
makes
in the
sense to talk
description.
about the cool Toledo meetup we had.
Let me pull. Okay, I have it up now.
We had about 150 people RSVP. I think about that many fucking showed
I
up.
would say, yeah.
It seems like that was pretty accurate as an RSVP count.
There will be video from that night. I mean, we had a stage. Everyone, it looked like almost like a concert was going on.
I know for a fact
we were on stage.
Yeah, I know for a fact that we fucking. We had a fucking photographer there who was there at our last meetup who's like really professional quality shit. So I'm in contact with him. Hopefully we'll be getting some really cool photos too. We met a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
We sang Video Game Underground.
I got two
Fuck
hats
that.
at this
Yes,
meetup. Every fucking meetup I go to, I get new hats.
We had the owner
Yes.
of Video Game Underground come on stage, and the entire crowd, all like 150 plus people, sang the video game theme song, the Video Game Underground theme
Yep.
song together.
That was a good moment.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was cool, man. Like, just a lot of really cool people. There were some gummy bears, dude.
I have vodka-soaked gummy bears.
People are laughing
was
at my voice.
There was an
Fuck,
asshole.
man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, whatever. Your voice sucks now. There was an asshole going around fucking with those gummy bears. He kept trying to make me eat them, and they were pretty nasty. You know, I'd had some, whatever. But he's like, yeah, just grab in there. Just grab in there with your hand. I'm like, no, I'm going to use this spoon. It's like, I can't believe you used that fucking spoon.
Dude, I saw Paul eating a ton of those things.
Dude, I did. I liked them.
Yeah, well, whatever. They were nasty to me.
I couldn't get enough of them, dude.
Well,
I think I was the one that eventually just got the whole thing shut down.
Yeah, because Paul was like,
I was like, vodka gummy bears, everybody, woo! They inside, go get you some, whoop, whoop. And then like 5 minutes later, the bar guy is like, there's vodka in these? No, you can't do that. So,
yeah.
that sucked.
Paul ruined our meetup.
Paul was so wasted that like
Our meetup was supposed to end at midnight, but actually it ended at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we went on, we just bar hopped to another bar.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
yeah, there's a few options on that street.
Paul
so.
did a story time with Paul. We did a Q&A on stage.
Yep, where we had like people come up and like stand with us and ask the questions.
Yeah, because we wanted a mic down in the crowd, but it didn't ever happen, so we just brought people on stage to ask them.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome.
My night ended on a sour note.
Oh yeah, let's hear this.
Paul
Let's hear
got all
this.
butthurt.
I didn't get butthurt.
You were butthurt.
No, it was just like, okay, so I had a really good time at the meetup, genuinely. Like,
Yeah.
there was nothing negative about it. Everybody I met was cool. We smoked, we drank, we had good times. After the meetup ends, we go and walk to that other bar. And I'm standing out in front of it, just minding my own business on a street, mind you, where you can legally drink outside. Like, it's okay to be drunk and loud and rowdy there. Like, that's their thing.
Yeah.
So we're standing around and we're just talking. And we battle rapped a little bit. It was all in good fun. Like, we're just having a good time out in front of the bar, bothering nobody. And all of a sudden, like, when there was a pause, some dude from, like, standing on the other side of the door, so, like, 20 or 30 feet away from us goes, you know what I think? Some fucking Ohio cunt knuckle.
Yeah.
You know what I fucking think? You know what I think you should do? I think all of you should go back to your mother's basements is what I think you should do. And, like, everybody just got quiet. And I looked over at him, and I felt bad for even having to say it, but I was like, you know, I'm 36. And I've been employed my entire fucking life. I haven't lived with my mother since I was 18. I've never lived with a parent since I moved out when I was 18. So I don't know who you're talking to over here, but you're not fucking talking to me. He's like, it just immediately. Like, that wasn't even that confrontational. It was just,
what a bitch.
Immediately he goes, okay, well, I don't want no trouble.
What a bitch.
And I was like, then why'd you speak up? Like, what did you expect was going to happen?
Yeah, he didn't want any trouble. He was just talking shit to people he didn't know. A big crowd of people he didn't know.
Yeah, just a big group of dudes, some
By
of which
himself.
are really big. And he's like just a generic old man.
Generic.
Yeah.
And then this fucking Paul comes up and he comes to me. He's like, TJ, I gotta go. I'm like, all right, man. What's up? Nothing. You know, I'll tell you later. It's just real sour thing happened. You know, I'm just, just fucked up my night, man. Fucked up my night.
Yeah, a bunch of people told me later, like,
then-
man, fucking.
And Paul
was yelling at some guy and shit.
then
He
I
was
like,
pissed.
what happened? And then Paul told me the story. And then a bunch of people were like, Paul, everyone here loves you, man. Just calm down, dude. And he's like, no, man, it's fine. I just gotta go back to my hotel. Just gotta get back.
Like, I even told the
Just gotta
guy.
get back.
I even told the fucking guy, I was like, if we're loud and, like, bothering you, you could have just said, hey, quiet down. You know, and we would have. I don't know, dude. I was telling TJ the reason I don't drink much is because I get stuck in a mindset. And I just knew that, like, once the night took that turn, because I was drunk, I wasn't going to be able to, like, that's all I wanted to think about. My brain was just stuck on that fucking guy.
Didn't you say something happened at the other one, too?
Where?
You said you got pissed off and, like, your night ruined another time too.
At a meetup?
Yeah. Isn't that what you said?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It wasn't like my night was like. This wasn't like way early. This was I left at like 2 and the party broke up at like 3.
Right.
Speaking of nights ruined, I should probably apologize to the deaf person whose cochlear implant I pulled out of his head because I was drunk and stupid.
It was like a piece of it, not the actual.
I mean, it wasn't
implant.
like I didn't pull out the whole. There was like some piece sticking out of the back of his head. It looked like a sales tag on a shirt, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I just gave it a little tug, and it came right off. And he's like, "Shit, it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get that back on." I'm like, "Oh, sorry," and I forgot about it. But then Ben reminded me about it today, so I guess he got it back in, but it took him like 30 minutes, and I'm sorry to that guy. Because I'm a moron. What can I say? But I also like to give a shout out to the people who I enjoyed more than others to make the other people who came feel bad.
Oh, shit.
Give a shout out to my new friend Ty. Give a shout out to Chris and Shirt Guy who came down.
Fuck yes.
And who also hooked me up.
Yes.
With what I will not say, but they hooked me up.
I know what it is.
And also to... there's one other person I wanted to shout out.
Yeah.
Can't remember who it was.
Who's that?
I guess I could shout out that crazy little fucking closeted gay Arab kid who kept saying he wasn't gay.
Yeah, he sticks out in my brain, too. He was present at the rap battle and the ensuing, back and forth with that
That
dude,
guy
too.
told me he had never drank in his life.
Really?
Yes, and he was trash.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a fuck you to that guy who came that didn't know who we were and kept being like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I said,
I'm here to talk to people who do.
I said, I don't know who you are either, so we're even.
Yeah. I just don't know why such a big deal was made about, like, I don't know you guys.
Because he was a fucking retarded ass douchebag.
Yeah.
That's why.
Paul liked him.
I liked him.
Okay.
He was a cool guy. Like what?
Yeah, okay.
Nah, he sucked.
Yeah, he was a fucking retarded douchebag.
I'd like to give a shout out to the handicap dude that came. That dude was cool. I didn't get to hang out with him or converse with him, but I took a bunch of pictures of him, and I kissed his feet. That was cool. I'm like a Christ-like figure in that respect. I heal the lame.
Okay, whatever, dude.
When I pulled that guy's cochlear implant out, what I was really trying to do is restore his natural hearing.
You can't heal your own lame, though, TJ.
Well, that's,
Well, you goofed it, TJ.
Catch-22, man.
You goofed the miracle,
Well,
TJ.
sometimes you try and you fail. Jesus, they don't write about Jesus as failures.
Yeah.
Sometimes he tries to drive the demons out and he just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Whatever. I'm the atheist Jesus. Bow before me.
Dude, what happened to that Batman hat that you had?
That's in my bag at home.
Oh.
I got 2 new hats. I always get hats.
Yeah, TJ always gets cool, like, hats.
Scotty got a hat, too.
Yeah.
I didn't get a hat.
He left it in
I
my
almost
hotel
lost
room,
my
but I
hat.
have it. I have it, actually.
shit.
You know what sucks is there was this dude in there with a top hat. And he was pretty cool, too. I tried to steal his top hat, but it didn't fit me.
Aw.
And I was sad.
Yeah, so basically, if you like your hat, don't wear it to the meetup.
Yeah. If you have a real emotional attachment to a hat that might fit TJ, you might
If
want to
you
leave it
have
home.
any unconventional-looking medical devices that you use, don't get within arm's reach of TJ because he will grab them and
Oh yeah, if
rip
you have
them
an
off.
attachment to your fucking your clothing or something like that,
Yeah, don't
bring
get
it to our
don't get
meetup.
near Scotty either because
Yeah,
he'll fucking
without-
write on your clothes.
Yeah.
Whether you want it or
Yeah,
not.
this is like because I was the most sober one out of all of us.
Yes.
My biggest memory of the Q&A was like me trying to hear the questions and Scotty's incoherent like ramblings behind me, like what?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Scotty was like the hype man of the Q&A session. He was like the Flava Flav. Like he just kind of like was behind everybody going, "Yeah, fuck you. Who? Scotty. Scotty the one." You know, and people are like, yeah, I'd like to oh god, you guys, you know what? Scotty. That's what you should be chanting. Scotty, 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 Scotty. It was awesome. In other words, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Scotty,
We need to get Scotty a clock to hang around his neck.
Yeah, dude.
At the
People came to
meetups.
me. People came to me as like, Scotty gonna be okay? It's like, yeah, he'd be fine. If he starts puking his guts out in the alley, maybe come tell me. But anything short of that,
Dude, I remember like people would come up there. It's like just ask your fucking question. You know what I mean? Like ask the fucking question. It's like
Scotty
spit it out.
helps. Scotty helps already nervous people along by going, "What? Speak up, faggot! Hurry up! We ain't got all goddamn night." You know, they're like, oh god, yeah.
oh man.
Well, I wanted to get back to drinking.
Scotty was done.
You could have just asked for a drink, and I'm sure someone would have just brought you.
You could have
one.
just gotten a drink on stage.
No, I wanted to be done.
It's
with
actually
it.
the ideal
and
moment.
what are you
to do
talking
it.
about? You weren't. It wasn't like you were sitting down. You were walking around writing on people's clothes with a fucking marker the whole
Yeah,
time.
dude. One guy
You could have got up and got a drink if you wanted to.
Yeah, he did mark up one dude's shirt.
Yeah.
Although the dude was like, I don't know, like he came to each of us and was like, "Oh, my grandmama gave me that shirt." I'm like, why'd you wear it out then? Like, if it's a special relic, let's go to the Drunken Peasants meetup in it. I'm gonna wear that family heirloom over to the Peasants meetup where a bunch of drunk neckbeards are gonna be slinging liquid around all night. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I would just say like.
I mean, I'm sorry, whatever.
Any
but-
possession that you value, you probably like. You know,
I just want to
probably
point
shouldn't
out.
bring it.
I just want to point out that I will not damage your possessions or tear off your
Probably
medical
neither
devices.
will Paul, but the
Yeah.
Kirk brothers
No.
will destroy your shit.
Yeah,
We're a wrecking ball.
they have no. It's not a wrecking ball. It just has to do with lack of self-control while heavily intoxicated.
I have lack of self-control even when
I
I'm not
know.
heavily
I know.
intoxicated.
So it's like amplified.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, but that's what they want.
Give the people
It
what
is.
they want.
It is what they want. No one comes to see the amazing atheist that it fucking expects me to be like, "Hi, how are you doing?"
Well,
guys.
there's a
I am a
difference.
cordial
Hold
and
on,
friendly
hold on,
person.
hold on. There's a difference between that though and like I don't know. I think there's a median.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
It's well, I mean,
I'll pull out your cochlear implant.
I think some people
Fuck the whole
the Ben
shit.
approach, and some people like the correct TJ and Scotty approach.
The correct.
Fuck the hole.
Yeah.
You're gonna pull out his cochlear implant and
Yeah, that's
fuck
fucked.
the
though.
hole.
That is fucked, TJ.
That's
whatever, you know.
That's not
You
how
crossed
it
the line,
works.
dude. You crossed the line.
I was just saying. I actually feel bad.
There's a fucking line in the sand, TJ, and you fucking crossed
Anyway,
it, dude.
Scotty, I asked you before the show to pull up some of the greatest opening
I
lines
did.
of a novel of all time because I want to contrast them to the opening lines of Eternal, Undying Love.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right.
So let's see. These are some of the most famous opening lines from a book. These are actually the 100 best lines from novels, from according to American Book Review. So the best one, Call Me Ishmael. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife. A screaming comes across the sky. Many years later, after he faced the firing squad, Colonel Orlando Bundia, I can't pronounce the name, was to remember the distant afternoon when his father took him to discover ice. Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins. That's a good one. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. That's Leo Tolstoy there. So these are like some of the, here's a 1984 George Orwell. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. So those are some opening lines that are meant to like draw you in. Famous lines that really work well for the book.
Yep.
So now we're gonna experience how a true literary master, Mr. fucking Brett Keane,
starts a 3-part book. By the way,
a 3-part trilogy.
Yes.
Wow. In a small town called Quiet Meadows, teenagers crowded the sidewalks in front of the high school. Freshmen who were new to the school searched for others like them, so they wouldn't have to stand there alone. The preps had their clique, and the burnout metalheads had their hard ways, stood back against the wall.
What?
I don't know.
Had their hard ways, stood back against the wall?
Yep. Okay. Trying to act cool, but just as anxious to meet someone they could connect with as well. The pressures of high school had already begun, before the first bell had even rung. A group of jocks circled like vultures around a short young man, mocking the way he walked and talked. It just made matters worse when he stuttered, "Leave me alone." Tim always stuttered when he was nervous. They taunted him and slapped him in the back of the head, causing him to drop his books and school supplies. A short distance away stood Tim's old friend Mike, who used to be like him. I want you guys to look at how this page is formatted.
Just a giant block of misaligned text.
There's no paragraphs.
No.
It's all centered.
Yes.
It's not text justified. It's crazy. I'm going to skip a little. A group of skinheads who were closer to the school mumbled and cursed, directing it towards the blacks. The blacks. 2 rows down in the parking lot, a sophomore by the name of Steve Manning scrunched down his seat, shooting up steroids. What? For he knew he needed power and strength if he ever planned to play high school football.
Is this still the first page?
This is the first page.
Wow.
This is awful. It's all over the place.
He got his cheerleader girl... Yeah, there's no focus. He got his cheerleader girlfriend hooked on smack and speed.
Smack and speed. Wow. Smacking that old...
Who the fuck writes like
cheese.
this
Smack and
Brett
speed. Smack and speed.
This is awful.
Then there were the blood-bought Christians, saints of God. Christians who watch from the sidelines, judging everything around them that they didn't agree with the way their parents had blindly taught them.
What?
Now they watched with no intention of helping as the unpopular young man, Tim, was being terrorized by the jocks. They just turned their backs on him and giggled to themselves about what they did after church service last Wednesday.
Whoa.
They tried to make themselves righteous when a freshman girl who practiced Wicca walked by and chuckled sarcastically, "Love thy neighbor, ha!"
This is the weirdest fucking high school ever.
I know, it's so strange.
There's Wiccans, bikers, and burnouts,
Skinheads.
jocks and skinheads, nerds and blacks. Everybody's standing out in front of the school watching this retarded kid get picked on and nobody doing nothing.
Okay. Love thy neighbor, ha? Tim doesn't live right next to you, Susan.
What?
Okay. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What is going on?
Go to hell, Satan bitch, one intelligent Christian said, showing her true colors.
Go to hell, Satan bitch. Said no Christian ever.
But none of these conversations or anything has even really been established. It's just like all happening. It's just like, fuck you, TJ.
Hold on, they're going to develop this. I told you 1,000 times that Wicca does not deal with Satanism or God. She was interrupted by Susan, the Christian. Yeah, we know you're a nature person. Now go to hell. The Wiccan girl was pissed, but she didn't get violent. She turned her head and held her hand up directly to Suzanne's face, then proceeded to give her the bird. We would just get suspended, in trouble by our families, and well, it's just not God's will. Suzanne slapped her hand away. Jenny smiled, and she walked towards the fight. She looked back and chuckled. Was it God's will to make out behind the music building with the captain of the football team?
Oh, my God.
Suzanne's face turned flush, and she denied it ever happened, but it did many times.
Many times.
Wait, no,
How
hold on.
salacious.
Hold on. This is the closing line of this fucking so-called paragraph.
Okay.
Because when he wants to do a new paragraph, he just puts a space between. I don't know. It's hard even to describe. But this is the closing of everything we've just heard.
Yep.
The high school was a carnival of chaos.
Wow. I'm blown away by the absolute literary genius of that.
So we can read more of this some other time, but
yeah,
I think that this literary masterwork speaks for itself.
This is Brett's magnum opus, clearly.
The jocks and the skaters, the druggies and the hipsters, the hippity hoppers and the flippity floppers.
This is like every high school cliche just jacked up to 10.
Yeah, the girl whose perspective I guess we're seeing things from. At the end, at least, we switched to her perspective because there was a major perspective switch. We went from God looking at all of, like, describing to, like, now we're in the internal monologue of this chick.
Within 2 pages.
No, it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
None of that made any sense.
So, before we move on, do you want to talk about the meetup one more time, the one in New Orleans?
Yeah, if you guys want to come to the New Orleans meetup, it's going to be July 30th from 9 to 12. We say 9 to 12. It'll probably last longer. We'll probably bar hop somewhere else after that once the crowd gets a little smaller and shit. It'll be fun, you know. We're all gonna. We always have a good time at these things.
Yep.
I think everyone. I know people have a good time at it because so many of the people who showed up last night were people who also showed up to our Columbus meetup. So obviously, a shit ton of people were felt like it was worth coming again. And I hear from all kinds of people that it's not just us that it's fun to come see, but it's just great to be around like-minded, non-judgmental people.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I hear that from so many people who come to these meetups. Just like they feel like all the other Drunken Peasants fans are so cool and so on their wavelength and shit. So it's really like a cool thing if you're a Peasants fan.
We just bring people together. What can we say?
What are you talking about, TJ? Brett Keane is right. He says all of our fans are just like children.
Yeah.
So it was just, you know.
Yeah, it was just 12-year-olds there.
According to Martin Hughes, by the way, the Drunken Peasants podcast is like a racist institution or some bullshit, like a racist group.
Also like a hate group.
Clearly.
You know, I'd like to. He should come to one of our meetups and see our fucking fans because it's not just like a bunch of white people.
TJ, that's kind of offensive to say.
Mostly white people.
He would be lynched, TJ, clearly.
I mean, there's mostly white people in the United States. So.
Sure, but I mean, like, our fan base, like, every fucking meetup we've done, we've had fucking black people, we've had.
It's almost
Latino
absurd
people,
diversity.
We've had Arab people.
Like, we've
had handicapped
and there was no people, like, shouting racial slurs at them.
We've had transgender people.
Yeah, there are men and women. I mean, it's a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so we're a pretty bad racist organization.
It's a fucking extremely diverse group of people from what we see. And it's not. I mean, the neckbeards are definitely represented there, but if you think our fans are like 100% neckbeards, incorrect. Sorry. It's just the stereotype doesn't fucking add up. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Just come on down, man. I mean, if you guys are anywhere near New Orleans, I'm definitely telling you guys it's worth checking out.
It's gonna be awesome.
Please RSVP if you want to come.
I'm gonna be there. I'm bringing Ashley. Cult of Dusty's gonna be there.
Tommy from the Bronx told
Tommy
me.
from the motherfucking Bronx is coming. Yes.
Pimp Monk is gonna be there.
Pimp Monk coming.
Scotty, unfortunately, will be there.
Scotty gonna be there.
Sadly.
It's gonna be awesome.
Egghead
is gonna be there.
I gotta say this. Someone fucking came to me last night. And they said, if you pay for my ticket to the New Orleans meetup, I will rape Egghead.
Wow.
And I said, like, all right, I'll do it, but you got to actually rape him.
You know, speak of the devil.
And he said he would. I can tell Egghead about this.
The Egghead Show.
What is going on in the world?
You hear his voice.
The Egghead Show.
This is one of the worst intros I've ever seen.
Yeah. Time to bring Egghead on.
Egghead, what are you thinking?
Hold on, we'll bring him on.
He's coming, so.
Oh, he's coming on. Let's ask him.
We're bringing him. We're gonna have a panel discussion here.
Okay.
We're gonna have 3 guests on at once.
Wow.
Three patrons.
Yeah, everyone, just hold on a second.
Just get them out of the way.
Let's see.
Bless you.
So, Egghead, you there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I just want to. Did you hear what I said before you came on?
No.
There's a guy who came to our meetup last night, and he told me if I pay for his ticket to the New Orleans meetup, he will rape you there.
Oh my God.
And I told him, like, are you serious? Like, will you? I'm like, if I pay for the ticket, will you actually rape him? And he said yes.
Fuck.
And he seemed serious.
What the fuck?
I'm thinking I'm gonna pay this guy.
Jesus, TJ.
I mean, like, because he seems serious. I want to see if he's actually gonna do it. You know?
So
I don't think he will.
So the rules for tonight's panel go this way. If you say something unbelievably cringeworthy, we're just going to kick you. And then we'll keep everyone else.
Egghead's
Bye,
gone.
Egghead.
Bye, Egghead, you're gone.
No, we'll give you, how about 3 strikes?
Okay.
So, in 3 seconds, Egghead's gone. Bye.
Egghead, what the fuck were you thinking? Dude, what were you thinking with this intro? This intro is way too long.
This intro sucks, dude.
Yeah.
This is actually a good exercise, though. Like, actively trying to reduce the cringe.
Yes.
Can Egghead do it? I believe in you, Egghead.
Damn.
Wow.
You're welcome.
What a vote of confidence.
I believe Egghead can do this.
I'm starting to believe Paul likes everybody because he liked that douchebag at the meetup too.
I do tend to like people. I do hate Shooter. He's a fucking total piece of shit. I hate Jim Ass. I mean, some people rub me the wrong way, but
some people rub you the right way too.
You know, Egghead cool.
Yeah.
Egghead eye. Yeah. Let me tell you how to go down though if that dude does actually show up to rape Egghead, because we now know that Tommy from the Bronx will be there. Like if a dude even looks cross-eyed at Egghead, Tommy's gonna go, "That's not a good idea, pal. Move along. No, don't even look at Egghead. If I see you looking at fucking Egghead, I'm gonna make an egg out of your fucking head. I'm gonna crack your fucking head open on the fucking street corner. Think I won't fucking do it. Tell me I won't do it." So don't worry about it, Egghead. It's not going to go down. I guess that's a challenge to the rapist. So now,
there's people always say, "I'm gonna come kill Egghead." Like, oh my God.
I'm gonna come kill Egghead.
Well, but I told him, like, the only way I'm paying for it is if you actually attempt to rape Egghead.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
not a good idea, pal. That's not a good idea.
So, I don't know. I mean, should I pay for it or not?
I just think it's going to instantly end when Tommy sees it happening.
I think it's a waste of money, TJ.
Don't you think maybe Tommy will be on the fucking side of the rapist? Maybe
Tommy's like a hawk at these meetings, dude.
He'll
He sees
be
every
holding
fucking
Egghead
thing.
down. You don't know.
No. Dude, you don't know Tommy.
All right, TJ, you have to distract Tommy. Distract Tommy, TJ.
Tommy thinks Egghead sucks too, dude.
He does?
Yeah, but like...
maybe someone raped the cringe out of him, yeah.
Like, even so, like if somebody flicked a booger from the street onto Egghead while he was at one of our meetups, Tommy would fucking... It'd be over. It'd be the last booger that man flicked.
Okay. All right, fine. We'll see. I'm gonna talk to Tommy about Tommy. You're probably watching. Write me on fucking Twitter. Let me know where you stand. If you would defend Egghead from rape, or if you would.
I already know the answer.
rapist.
I know Tommy from the Bronx. The answer
you
is
speak for fucking Tommy now. Huh?
I don't speak for him. I'm just telling you.
You're trying to speak for Tommy.
Whatever.
Sounds like it.
Tommy can make his own fucking mind up on where he stands on the raping Egghead issue, dude.
All right.
Tommy can make up his own goddamn
Tommy, just know that I already knew where you stood. There was no question.
Hashtag rape Egghead.
Maybe that rapist will bring like some girl to fucking lure Tommy in the back and suck his dick.
Oh, you know
while,
what? That could
Egghead's
work.
Getting raped.
That actually could be a good plan.
I mean, I'll work with the rapist. I'll figure out how to isolate Egghead from.
Work with the rapist.
Tommy would
Egghead, let's go into this alley.
Tommy would be back in the alley and he would just sense something is wrong and he'd go, "Hold on, sweetheart, you stay right there. I gotta go fucking handle some business." He'd just know.
TJ, why don't you just rape Egghead? It sounds like you want it to happen.
Yeah, it's
really
like
bad.
rejecting.
No,
TJ.
this guy who wanted to rape him, I asked him. He said he has a huge cock.
Oh God.
So
just wear a strap on.
I guess I could. That's fair. Maybe that'd be the backup plan.
That "oh God" that Egghead just let out sounded almost wanton.
Oh God.
Oh, of course.
Oh God.
Dude, Egghead's still gonna show up to this meeting.
I never will.
Even under the threat of rape.
Egghead's butthole is tingling right now just thinking about this.
He's got the tingle.
Oh my.
He's like, oh my, I've got the vapors.
Slinking down to my chair.
Egghead,
On your butt plug?
in your intro, you're like, the Egghead Show.
The Egghead Show.
Hey, he wanted me to say the Egghead Show, so I fucking did it.
There you go.
I don't think you should even have an intro.
Should we hit the?
I mean, maybe it should just
Maybe
be
like the Egghead Show.
Should we hit the buzzer on? He wanted me to say Egghead Show, so I did it.
Okay, yeah, that's one.
Oh,
That's one.
no.
One strike, Egghead.
Nah, that's
Strike one.
That's not even that cringy.
It's
for
not a
Egghead.
strike? Okay.
Oh, I didn't
TJ
cringe. I
uses
didn't
his
cringe.
lifeline here.
Yeah, does it? Okay. Does it have to be a unanimous agreement between us?
I think it has to be a unanimous cringe.
Okay.
Unanimous, noticeable cringe.
Because usually when Egghead just says something cringy, there's no arguing that it was cringy as fuck.
The Egghead Show.
I mean, we won't hold his cringy existence against him.
The Egghead Show.
I mean, you just look at him and you cringe, but yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it again.
The Egghead Show.
Oh, this is so horrible.
The Egghead Show.
Can I retroactively give him a strike for doing that?
Yeah,
I think
you
so.
got one vote.
Strike
That
one.
was definitely
Strike
cringy.
one,
dude.
Cringe. Cringe, 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 cringe. I don't know whose wrestling theme I stole for that just now, but that should be Egghead's theme song.
Oh my god.
Whoo. Wasn't there like other people here? Isn't there?
Yeah.
Like there's a Mexican dude, right?
Yeah, where are you guys? They're just trying to stay out of the fucking crossfire. They're like, Egghead's taking all the heat. Let Egghead soak up all the bullets, man. Fuck that. I ain't saying shit.
Isn't like Luis in here or something? Where the fuck is he?
I'm here.
Say something, you fucking queer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, that's 1 point for Louise.
Yeah.
Damn. You guys are brutal. These guys are not going to last with these standards.
Nope. One strike.
Egghead, little
Can
advice.
I go for my strike? I was gonna mention that it would be better if Egghead was raping Scotty.
Oh.
Strike one.
Strike one.
Yeah. Total fail, dude.
You guys all have one strike now.
Like, would it be better if Scotty was raped?
Dude, like, I think a segment is being born now.
Yeah.
Like the last one that like is left kind of wins the cringe battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys are tied at one cringe apiece.
Speaking of winning something, Scott, you started a damn drawing contest, and people keep writing me like, "When are you gonna fucking say who won?"
Oh fuck you! I asked you to help me fucking pick the winner.
You did the goddamn contest. You picked the fucking winner. Jesus,
dude, there's too many good ones.
Just fucking decide, Scotty. Sometimes it's not easy. Come on.
Okay, so now I get to unilaterally pick TJ?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
It's your contest. You're the one that announced it. You're the one that set it up.
Okay, but fuck your indignation, you piece of shit. Because you know what? I fucking asked you and you didn't say that at the time.
He's trying to give me absolute authority. Fuck him.
No, because I asked you and you said, like, yeah, I'll do it later. Now it's like, I told you, motherfucker, get this shit done. You huffy little bitch.
Hey, I'm being huffy because these fuckers keep bothering me about this shit.
Good. You know what? Now I'm going to wait 2 more weeks, you motherfucker.
You're goddamn not. You're going to fucking announce
No, I'm not. Fuck you, TJ. Make me, bitch.
Dorn.
All right, you guys see how obstinate he is. I tried.
Fucking TJ is the fucking cause.
Already?
TJ is the fucking cause of this fucking problem.
Dude, this is the perfect time, dude. This is the perfect situation for fucking Judge Manatee.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we gotta tell the audience this new concept we got.
Yeah, let's see how they feel.
All right, we gotta do this concept. This is gonna be the fucking premise. Whenever me and Scotty have like issues with each other, we're gonna take it before Judge Manny T, which is basically just Brett Keane as a judge.
Dorn.
The people's court.
Dorn.
It's gonna be awesome. And Paul, of course, will play Manny T, the judge. And me and Scotty
what I'm
going to
try and do
before him.
is I'm going to try and mediate the whole situation between the two individual parties to come to a resolution that is acceptable for all.
Awesome.
That's what we need.
You just sit there. You just sit there in judgment.
Just sit there.
I'm going to sit here in judgment. You're going to sit there and give testimony. All right, plaintiff, sit there and present your case.
But we're gonna get you a fucking judge outfit first, because we're going like full fucking.
Ben's gonna be my enforcer bailiff too.
Ben will be the bailiff. Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the set. He controls the.
If shit gets crazy between him and TJ, I'll be like, bailiff. What does he call you? Bailiff Rey Mysterio. Please take care of the situation between these individuals. Starting to get a little heated in here. I need order.
Yeah, I may need to start taking steroids or something.
I also need to order some mac and cheese.
I thought you already were. Them fucking always flexing and shit. Yeah, look at me.
No, I only do it when people ask.
Yeah, look.
Let's see.
Stare. Oh God,
what yours looks like.
There's nothing there,
dude. TJ is total fucking flab.
Yeah.
Damn, look at Ben, dude.
I know, right?
You're pitiful, TJ.
Wait a
He's the
minute.
enforcer, dude.
Wait a minute.
What?
Egghead just said, like,
what? Damn. He said, damn.
He said,
fuck.
He said, damn.
Oh, damn.
Come on.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Man, you're a fucking softy, dude.
Ben, watch out at the meetup, dude. Watch out.
I know.
Let's not fucking. I mean, Jesus, come on.
You're a softy,
Give the
TJ.
fucker a chance. Like I don't know. I'm apparently the most liberal member of this fucking.
I'm just trying
body.
to establish the no cringe atmosphere.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, you can't say damn.
No, but I want them thinking about it though.
Damn.
You may overrule me.
guys.
Let's move on.
Time to learn something.
All right, let's see what we've got here. I'll just pick a random page here from the DP Wiki.
Whatever. The Egghead page.
Really?
See.
Oh, look at that picture, man. Oh. Dude, that should be a fucking point right there.
God
but you
damn
know
it,
what?
Egghead.
But we won't do it.
X-Wing is one of his quotes. Colton Payne Simpson, a.k.a. Crazy Payne 93, or more commonly Egghead, is a YouTuber and fan of the show. He is a certified cunt.
Certified.
He was dubbed Egghead by TJ because of his oval-shaped head, and he is often made fun of by the peasants.
So far, so true.
Jesus Christ.
Egghead often sent video questions to Ben before the segment was officially retarded. I love that. He was also sent the peasants gifts for their fan mail segment, including a shitty movie his family made. Despite the teasing, Crazy Payne returns almost every show. He seems to enjoy the taunting he gets. He may have a form of Stockholm Syndrome.
Yes.
What is this?
You're about to get a strike, Egghead.
Egghead was rifling through trash. He
I
was
give a
rifling through trash.
Egghead is the most well-known for sending the peasants questions frequently early in the show's early history, blah, blah, blah. After a long hiatus, we already read this stuff before. Let's see, what else we got? Is there anything else? Fourth appearance was made by Egghead during episode 255, in which his own article from this wiki was read aloud by the peasants for the information segment.
Wow,
He also
Inception.
boasted about his upcoming visit to the Los Angeles Drunken Peasants meetup throughout the show.
Yep. Wait, what?
Wait, no, the New Orleans meetup. Fucking idiot wiki. Egghead later tweeted out that he wouldn't be able to make the meetup, and he had to return to being a $5 patron, thus making him plebhead. When tweeting out a poll asking DP fans their thoughts on Twitter, a majority of votes told him to never come back. Awesome.
Oh, dude, read the trivia.
I did last time, but I'll do it again. Rumor has it he enjoys hentai. This is not a rumor. It is not known exactly which type of egg Egghead's head is made of. It cannot be a human egg, as those are far too close to vagina.
Egghead, what are you
than
doing
anything
now?
associated with the Drunken Peasants ever could be.
Yes.
He sucks major cock. He has a strong hatred for the vigilant Christian, which is totally understandable. On July 7th, 2015, Egghead created the Egghead Hour, which always lasts less than an hour.
Is that true? Egghead, is that true? It's true that you had a show called the fucking
Dude,
Egghead
you do it to
Hour.
yourself. The Egghead Hour is not even a fucking hour.
Like that would be like.
Why are you calling it the Egghead Hour?
What if 60 Minutes just cut it at 15? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Egghead
Gallery. Oops.
Oh, is this an Egghead gallery?
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong page though.
Hold on. Oh, what?
Oh no,
There he
this is correct.
Yep. There he is.
There he is.
Aw. There he is in his cringy hat.
Oh, a little egghead.
Aw.
What a cute little egghead.
Aw. So adorable.
It's like a little Pokemon.
Hey, Egghead.
What?
Can't wait to see you raped, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Can't wait to see you raped.
I'm gonna die.
No, you're gonna get raped.
You'll be fine.
And then I'm gonna die.
No, you'll survive.
Yeah, don't struggle.
No, I'm gonna die.
For the land is defiled, therefore I visit the punishment of its iniquity upon it, and the land vomits out its inhabitants. Day of Judgment.
Wow.
Egghead's rape. The first sign of the apocalypse.
It's coming.
The egg-pocalypse. Ooh. Hey, that'd be a good subtitle for Eggs 3. Eggs 3. Egg-pocalypse.
Oh, no.
Oh, here
It's
we
time
go.
for Paul to fucking make good on his goddamn boast. Gonna hit Vader. A big hard hit without coughing.
Yeah.
That's what
Here
you
we go.
said. That's what you promised these people.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what's going to happen.
Now, I wouldn't even attempt that shit right now because my throat's already fucked, but...
Well, whatever. I'm not going to make excuses. Let's just do this.
TJ's throat has already
happening.
been fucked.
So many times.
I want to see this fucking hit, too.
Though tragically not quite enough. Scotty, make sure this hit's legit.
This is legit.
All right, cool.
Did he clear it?
Talking about.
We good.
All right.
Next segment.
All
Anybody?
right.
Oh, you need the lighter back? There you go, Scotty.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He did it.
Paul.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you.
And what was that? That thank you sounded a little weird. It's like, thank you.
Fuck you, TJ.
Paul, what you doing with your mouth there, Paul? Like you're looking off to the side and kind of covering that mouth up a little.
Fine.
Yeah?
I'm fine.
Fine, huh? Okay.
How long do I have to make it before a cough is just a normal cough?
The entire duration of your life.
No.
For the rest of the show?
The rest of your life. The next time you cough, I'm
the next time
I'm
I
gonna
cough,
attribute it to Vader. and
Everybody
you
goes,
lost.
oh, yeah, it was just a delayed Vader cough.
Yep.
6 weeks later, delayed Vader cough. It's what
No,
it
he
was.
did it. He did it.
All right, fine. Fair enough.
That was a legit hit, no, Scotty?
Paul made
You
good.
back me on that? I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
said-
clear the
he
whole
said it
fucking
was.
bowl, but that bowl is fucking
Dude, there's no way.
giant.
Paul made
there's
good.
no
That
way.
was a
Paul made
legit
good.
fat fucking rip,
So
right?
It
Paul,
was.
Paul said he would do it, and he did it.
Yeah.
So, is it your turn next?
No, I ain't taking that shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think me and TJ are good.
I'm coughing even without smoking shit, so.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but it's doable.
All right. First video of the action news segment tonight. Shit, dude, we're all sick.
I ain't
Ugh.
sick. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I'm fucking fine.
I'm
you're
feeling
not,
pretty
bitch.
good.
Smoke my lucky cigarette.
Anyway, Karl Rove calls police on reporter for asking questions about Trump. Actually, what this is Alex Jones ambushing Karl Rove at the Cleveland airport. It's funny because I hate both of them so much. It's hard to tell which one.
Rove is definitely worse than Jones.
Yeah, Rogue fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rove is more establishment,
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
Well, he's had a lot more influence as well.
Alex Jones has never actually like done anything that's led the country to war or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Vader fucking whooped my ass. I'm going to be honest.
On the same flight with us to Cleveland. We're here in Dallas. I'm just going to go over and ask you a few questions. Let's go.
Oh, it's in the Dallas airport on the way to Cleveland.
Dude, was this recently?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I was just at the Dallas airport like 3 days ago.
Nice. Which one? DFW or Love Field?
Are you going to back Trump or go off?
You're filming this for your program, and I work for Fox. And so,
Or are you just siphoning money off to make sure Hillary wins?
So I'm working for Fox. So thank you.
You're working for Hillary?
I'm working for Fox, so I'm not going to be appearing on the Alex Jones.
Okay, no, but seriously, so you doesn't back Trump? There you go. And we knew that, folks. Normally, if it was a university student or something.
Once again, you're distorting the facts, but I appreciate it. And what I've told you is, I'm working for Fox. If you want me to appear on your program, you call Fox. And I know you don't think the rules apply to you, Alex, but they do. Call Fox.
Well, clearly they don't. In some respects.
I hate to say it, but I actually kind of like how Rove is handling this.
Yeah, it's weird to feel even slightly sympathetic for Karl Rove, but I do, because he's in the right here.
I mean, yeah, you're just ambushing someone like, yeah, answer this question, answer this question, answer this question. Like, it's not some... Alex Jones's feelings about Trump are not some pressing, important fucking issue that, you know, requires ambush journalism to fucking make it make sense or whatever. And, you know...
I mean, what Alex is really doing here is walking up to somebody who also works in the news media and going, give me a scoop, give me a scoop, scoop me, give me a scoop, give me something I can put on my website. Let me put something up, let me put your name on it so people come watch it. Like, that's basically what Alex Jones's job is here. And, yeah, how do you handle that?
I think you handle it like this, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, just be like, Alex, this is ridiculous. You're a silly little man.
Well, it's Alex Jones. I think that's already been long established.
So call Fox.
Well, I do have an audience almost as big as Fox now.
Call Fox.
The 1 year will be bigger.
Oh, I know. Call Fox. You're an important guy. Call Fox. I'm sure there will be.
No.
I'm having a conversation with friends.
I knew you'd
Would you mind wandering off? I'd like to finish my conversation with my friends. Are you important or than my friends?
No, I'm not saying I'm more important.
He
wants to win the argument. He can only win the argument once he control the argument. This guy's been against Trump the whole time.
Control the argument? You're the one who ambushed him in the airport, dipshit.
Yeah, you just randomly walked up to him and was like, Trump or Hillary?
This guy can only win by controlling the argument. It's like, he didn't even know he was in an argument until you fucking just ran up him on in the airport. Yeah. Was like, yeah, I'm here.
Was it like he agreed to a debate at the Dallas airport?
He's trying to get out of it. It's like, what? He just never knew he was in it.
Fuck Karl Rove, but I mean, even still, like, that's like if someone came up to TJ and like, disprove God. Disprove God.
It's like, hey, I'm busy now.
Yeah.
He's not. The only way is you see? Atheism has no leg to stand on. When you confront them about proving God's not real, they just tell you to fuck off. It's like, yeah, I mean, like, because you're fucking bothering me, dipshit.
He wants to siphon off the money like in 2008 and like he did in 2012. And then that's what he does. Here he is right here, talking to these little delegates and people. The super delegates, they hoped they could get to siphon off the votes, but he failed. This guy's going in as a failure to Cleveland.
I'm a douchebag. 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 I'm a douchebag.
Cleveland. We had to talk to him, obviously. And he played this whole little game. In fact, I waited 5 minutes when we talked to these folks. I knew as soon as we came over, he'd be like, these are my friends. You know, you're interrupting them while they try to talk to me. Well, they're just my little friends. This is the guy that supported Bush and the assault weapons ban. This is the guy that pushed amnesty. This is the guy that's a globalist. These are the people that have hijacked the Republican Party. The Clintons and the Bushes vacation together. They call themselves brothers and sisters. And let's just come over. Hey, Carl, I'm going to leave you alone. I appreciate your time. Do you consider yourself a family member like the Bushes do with the Clintons? Is he a family member with the Clintons? You don't tell us.
Hey, I'm going to leave you alone. Let me proceed to not leave you alone. I'm Alex Jones.
I'm going to let you finish. But Donald Trump is the greatest candidate of all time. Like, all right.
No, why don't you wander off? Why don't you wander in?
I am. Just, are you family with the Clintons? That's good. We're good.
Hey, everybody, I managed to make Karl Rove a sympathetic character. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Alex.
I bet sums the video better than anything else.
Yeah, you managed to make me feel sympathy for someone that I absolutely revile. So you truly have accomplished something. I think that treatment is actually too shabby for Karl Rove.
Wow.
You've reached that point. What a scumbag. I take it back. I think Alex Jones actually is worse than Karl Rove.
There you go.
This clip actually proved that to me. Yeah. I was wrong.
At least on a personal basis, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, the whole war thing is pretty unforgivable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I mean,
Sure.
the decisions Karl Rove engineered, I mean,
But, you
pretty
know, I mean,
terrible.
half of America has fucking got its fucking hands, blood on their fucking hands. I mean, so many people approved of that shit war.
It's true. Hillary's one of them.
Yep.
Speak of the
God.
This is a trigger warning. Hillary Clinton sorry imminent.
I got Egghead sick too, dude. Look at that.
Does Egghead have a man bun?
He does.
Oh my God! How many strikes does Egghead have?
I just saw.
No.
No, it's the man bun, dude.
It's the man
It's
bun.
the man bun.
Another
That's
strike.
No, fuck you.
Strike 2 for Egghead.
Fuck you. That should almost be another strike
No,
there.
no,
but-
no, no.
We just gave him one, so he gets like a 30
I guess he
second.
gets like a
Like, you know, if you're playing a
Yeah,
game,
like, you know,
and you have temporary invincibility, he
Yeah,
gets
he gets
that.
like that. I gotcha.
Invincibility frames.
What is he doing? What's he doing now?
I don't know.
No one even knows.
He
I'm
disappeared.
Shot glasses.
Why are you getting shot glasses?
What? Are you gonna get drunk?
I wish I was. I'm gonna be bringing Niece to the fucking meetup.
Trump. What else you got?
And,
And it's Bernie. You got a Hillary one?
yep, and it says Monica Lewinsky's ex-boyfriend's wife for president.
So you
Did you write that? Because that's pretty cringy too.
I did not write that.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
You did buy it.
He
You
did buy it,
encouraged
though.
I didn't write it. So that does
All
not
right.
count as a cringe.
Really?
You're telling us
You're
now?
gonna dictate to us what cringe is
It's
now,
not
huh?
cringe.
Good night, everybody.
Guys, it's not cringe.
That does not count. No, we're not gonna get rid of you just yet. Now that the next cringe has to get rid of you, we gotta wait till you do like a seriously
Yeah.
major cringe so that we can fucking be like, oh, he's gone. But it won't take you long. Don't worry.
All right.
I'll just keep my mouth shut for the rest of the show.
This is who will Hillary Clinton pick for VP?
It was an audition that could have easily been a dress rehearsal.
Hillary's ready to make history.
Ugh.
And that's why we're ready for Hillary.
Hillary,
Can we
that's
give that
why
guy a cringe point or?
Yeah, he needs one.
Clinton on
We're
stage
ready
with
for
Virginia Senator
Hillary.
Tim Kaine, a potential Democratic ticket designed to play to a home crowd.
I appreciate so much the leadership
God.
that he has shown.
What a fucking... He's Weasleyer than fucking Cruz. Look at him. He's shifty.
For this state, and now he is doing the same in the Congress.
Tonight, sources tell CNN the well-liked former governor of this purple state remains high on Clinton's list of possible running mates, a centrist Democrat who could help turn Virginia blue. Earlier, Clinton packed her day in Washington,
Great to be back here in the Senate.
visiting with Senate Democrats on Capitol.
God.
Great to be doing these things with these humans.
Human activity gives Hillary Clinton pleasure. What do the polls say? Yes, of course. That's what I think too.
It is a pleasure for this unit to appear at this media function. This unit is pleased to answer any questions that are outlined in the script given to that media. Yes.
Clinton also
This
shoring
unit
up her
is
support
equipped with a
Hispanic
handshake
Americans.
implant.
My first 100 days, as part of my commitment, I will introduce comprehensive immigration reform.
She's
with a
already making
path to
promises.
citizenship.
I will.
Give me your fucking vote. Give me your fucking vote.
This unit is excited.
To the largest and oldest Hispanic organization in the country, looking to exploit the community's distrust of her Republican rival.
Now, next week in Cleveland, they will nominate someone who thinks Latino outreach is tweeting a picture of a taco bowl.
A reference to Trump infamously tweeting on Cinco de Mayo, the best taco bowls are made in Trump Tower Grill.
Well, it is pretty retarded, honestly.
I mean, like,
It's dumb, but beyond that, what's wrong with it?
Nothing.
yeah, I mean, it's really not offensive or anything. It just kind of shows
It's
that
not
he's like
offensive.
kind of a dipshit.
Yeah, it's like, what does he know about Latinos?
Trump has been a dipshit
Taco
from day
bowls.
one. They like tacos.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like somebody try to like frame this as like, ooh, how insensitive. Of
Well, but they all do that. With
That's not insensitive.
Dude,
it's not
everything-
insensitive to say you like their food.
Dude,
I like
everything
Mexican food. Oh, what a
Yeah.
fucking bigot.
Everything Trump does is pretty much they try to twist it into he's a racist, even if it's wanting.
It just shows his lack of knowledge. If that's all he has to say, I mean, he's not going to get the Hispanic vote.
I like tacos, everybody. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I kind of assumed a long time ago that Trump had given up on the Hispanic vote.
Yeah.
He has not.
needs it to
So-
win.
No, they love him.
He needs it to win.
He is not. There's no way he can give up on it. He needs it too much.
Oh, well, then
But he ain't getting it.
maybe no taco bowl.
He ain't
picture
getting
then.
it.
He needs he doesn't need it all, but he needs a piece of it, like a considerable piece of it.
Yeah, I mean, like Bush got some. Fuck.
Yeah, being the governor of Texas, that helps.
No, Bush did pretty well actually.
Yeah, Bush did really well with fucking Hispanics.
Dude, knowing Trump, though, he'll probably just, like, hire a plane and fill it with, like, a bunch of little leaflets with this picture on it and just paper Hispanic areas with them and win.
Trump likes tacos.
They'll be
I
like,
love-
well,
Of Hispanics.
I like tacos,
Clinton
too,
still maintains
so-
a small lead over Donald Trump.
and
CNN's
Hillary sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like the crazy thing is, as terrible as a candidate as Trump is, Hillary Clinton is not beating him by much in polls. I mean, it's pretty close.
Here, it's 4%. That's not that much.
No, I mean, like I think on Real Clear Politics, the average spread right now is like 3.1 points. So
Wow.
I mean, there's no. This is Hillary has no sort of commanding lead, and actually, according to some polls, Trump is leading her in a lot of the swing states. So, not looking good for Hillary Clinton so far.
No, well, really not looking good for Trump. It was down in many states. T-shirt.
Oh, by the way, Beyond Fear is in the chat room bitching about taco bowls or something.
What's wrong with taco bowls?
She complained about all the food when she was visiting the states.
She got, you know what happened, though? This is the funniest thing. I was there when she ate her first meal in the States, and I took her to a decent restaurant, and we got Mexican food. And what we got, like, I was like, yum, man, this is good. And she was like, this is the most, what is this? Flop. And, like, she was, like, inspecting it like it was a fucking turd on a plate. And it was just like an enchilada with cheese and beans and rice, you know, like, good food.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. As the fucking trip went on, she slowly but surely just accepted that shit is really good in America. Because I kept taking her to this, like, little greasy spoon diner that was, like, right on the corner of where we were staying. And the food there was really good, like the breakfast food.
Yeah.
And by the end of the thing, she was like, oh, I'm gaining so much weight because I can't stop eating fucking biscuits and gravy. So she fucking came around. She knows why we're fat now. She understands.
Yeah, I was going to point out, like, it's not like anyone goes to Australia for the fucking food.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, fuck, like,
I don't even know what the fuck they eat in Australia.
what I thought was
Kangaroo?
tasty was fucking rubbery octopus, fresh caught from the fucking sea. But then I had a fucking hamburger.
Damn.
Holy fuck. Oi!
Oi.
Can you give us a crikey while you're at it?
Crikey! Look at that bugger. Cheesy and drippy and oozy. It's fucking delicious.
All right, I feel that. That's exactly how she
believe
sounds, too.
It is.
That's exactly her voice. I thought she was here in this room.
She's like Steve Irwin, but a gelding. A gelded Steve Irwin.
Gelded Irwin. Yep. Makes sense. I understand exactly what you're saying.
polls. But the race has tightened up in the
Did
wake
I just
of the
say she was a
FBI's
gelded
conclusion
Steve
that she
Irwin?
has
Yes, you
been
did. I'm gonna pay for
in how
that
she
one.
handled sensitive and
Yeah.
classified information over email while she was Secretary of State. A new CBS News New York Times poll shows more than 2/3 of Americans think she is dishonest.
Wait. 28% said yes?
Yeah, like, who are these 28% of people? I mean, they must just be dishonest themselves.
Oh, okay.
And don't trust Clinton. But her campaign is trying to make Trump's character an issue too, releasing a new online video showing Trump's words as seen through the eyes of children.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Holy shit.
Okay, all he's talking about there is just like his invincibility from fucking critique, which does seem to be true. So whatever.
Think of the children.
It is kind of a stupid thing to say, though.
I guess.
Our children and grandchildren will look back at this time, at the choices we are about to make, and we need to make sure that they can
God damn, these children are getting inspired by Hillary Clinton.
They look really scared too. They're watching Trump. They're just like in a blanket. They're like, no, not Trump.
be proud of us.
Yeah, the proud choice is Hillary.
Go get him, Hillary.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be looking back fondly on these years.
I saw your mouth.
I did.
I'll never forget.
Was I not? I didn't know that was the barrier. Okay, I didn't know that the mound was off. Persona non grata. I didn't know. Now I know.
Mounds.
You didn't even say mound. You said mounds, dude.
Mounds, yeah.
Yeah, you could. See.
Well, because there's two.
Yeah, I know.
There's two little hillocks.
But you keep saying mound now, though.
There are two small, very well defined hillocks in what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
mounds.
about. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Say it in an Australian accent, though.
What? Why? What did she say that? She never wants me to say that word.
I don't know.
Fucking.
Do an impression of her telling you not to say it, dude.
Boy, there's something outside in the alleyway. I know Paul's a light sleeper. Let's see if I can get him awake so he can see me mounds. Yeah, that window made some noise. He's waking up. The sun's just right. Let me straddle that beam of sunlight. There we go. There they are. I didn't control it. Neither did she. It just happened. And I'm not supposed to ever talk about that?
Never.
No.
And you're doing such a great job at not talking about it.
Well, I've told both sides of it now. She has her theory that I'm a,
She said you're a dead man.
Oh, fuck,
I know.
dude.
Well, I knew that already. I'm like the dude on the fucking, after this episode, it's over for me. So I'm like the dude on the fucking stand, you got anything to say? So, good night, folks, and enjoy the rest of the show. I'll be here till then, and then I'm dead.
She'll throw a boomerang all the way from Australia through the window here, and it'll kill Paul. Yeah. They can do that. All right, here's Phil Robertson. He says abortion has cost America the moral high ground against ISIS.
Yeah.
So because we do have abortion, we're worse than ISIS morally.
Yeah, I know.
They have the high ground over us.
At least they behead adults.
Yep.
We just kill children.
Yeah.
Our world is fast developing into lawlessness.
I mean, if he was dressed differently, he would look like a member of ISIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Yeah.
That headband just went back further.
Yep.
And draped over his shoulders.
We're losing your mic, Paul.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but if you see this guy, maybe he could earn your taking him seriously after he said some really intelligent, insightful shit. But my first inclination looking upon this man is not. I bet this guy's got some real insights into fucking foreign policy and shit. I bet this is the guy with the answers to how we need to deal with terrorism.
Look, TJ, don't judge a book by its cover, man.
It's kind of hard not to in this case.
Well, TJ, just making a premeditated judgment.
I guess I am, dude.
Everyone who sins breaks the law. In fact, sin is lawlessness.
I like how he's talking to everybody like they're fucking 2 years old.
It's not that. It's just Southerners are really stupid, so they got to talk really slow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
So we're looking at lawlessness and we're saying, boy, there's a lot of lawlessness going on. They're rioting, they're looting, raping, shooting on these city streets, just shooting these places. What in the world?
Dude, I just had a moment where I was. They can't see it. Never mind.
You know what? I got kind of a story, though, about Southern voices and how fucking slow they drawl and shit.
What?
My mom, she had just moved down to the South from California and shit.
Yeah.
She grew up in Oregon, lived in California for a while, and then she got dragged down to Louisiana by my dad. And she was in the store, one of her first experiences, being in the South and shit.
Yeah.
And she was, shopping, and the woman in front of her went to the cashier, and she wanted to inquire as to where the Butterbuds, like the turkeys, the big Butterbud turkey shit was.
Yeah.
But this is how she asked the question, and I'm going to do this impression as close as I possibly can to how my mom tells it.
Okay.
Excuse me. Could you please tell me where the Butterbuds are? And she's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Well, now she loves the South, though. Now she loves the South. But at that time,
grow on you.
At that time, she didn't like it. But that's kind of just that's why this guy talks so fucking slow sometimes, and why he feels the need to pause for extremely long durations between words. People in the South just don't think as fast.
Do you know what appeals to me? Like, I feel like I can talk with a little bit of authority as a person who grew up in the fucking West, kind of the Southern type of West, but whatever, and now being in the South. The thing I like the most so far is that back home, I felt like, man, I'm surrounded by assholes that are pretending to not be assholes. And my life has been simplified in the South because now I just feel like I'm surrounded by assholes. And there is a positivity to that. Like, that's one thing about the South that I will credit as real. People there don't give a fuck. They are from there. And they don't give a fuck. Like, they say what they need to be said, and like they're out, and it's very public.
Yeah, dude.
There's no backhandedness about it. It's just like, nope, I'm the fucking most important thing, and then Texas.
I feel like the shit where Ben, we kind of have almost a North versus South culture clash sometimes when it comes to time, because there's a much stronger emphasis, I feel like, on punctuality.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the South, let's all meet up at 7. That means let's all roll in around 7 to 8-ish.
Yeah.
But in the North, it means
7.
Be here at 7. You are 15 minutes late. What has happened? It's I don't know. I don't know. I'm just fucking around or whatever. Oh, I see. Okay. But that's definitely a South versus North fucking thing right there.
Yeah, they're
more
very
laid back.
There's a seriousness too about sports in the South.
Oh yeah,
that's way beyond anything I ever experienced.
I don't know,
I don't know. I'm just maybe there's some other fucking place too.
I mean, Ohio.
I'm just saying, as a Westerner, it's weird down. You don't fuck with the Spurs. At least where I'm at, in San Antonio.
Here you don't fuck with Ohio.
You don't
State.
say anything.
Ohio State is so huge.
I would say Ohio State's fan following is pretty comparable to the devotion I've seen from the Southerners to their sports teams.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I would say maybe Southerners are more likely to fight over that shit and things like that. But that's because they're pretty much more likely to fight in general. So.
It's an implied rule that I learned that nobody had to tell me. Because the first conversation that I had about the Spurs was with Ashley's grandma. And she asked me, do you follow basketball? And I was like, kinda. Oh, what do you think about the Spurs? I said, I don't really like them.
Oh.
And the look on her face, I knew instant, because I was already, I was meeting this woman for the first time. I'm already on my tiptoes, and I'm like, fuck. Because she's a very soft-spoken, very nice woman, but I just knew that she wanted to throw me out of the house at that point. So I had to make amends for that shit. And since then, I just know now that if I did that to a sweet old lady, am I going to walk up to any dude on the street and go, man, fuck the Spurs? No.
Yeah. I'm going to go up to the Texas shit kicker and be like, hey, the shit you like is dumb, bitch. Don't retaliate against me, guy with nothing to lose.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'll skip that social interaction if you don't mind. I don't really care about basketball, but I'm a Spurs fan.
You're a Spurs fan now.
Go
dude.
Spurs.
Egghead, your silence is becoming
it's your turn to chime in, motherfucker.
Yeah, everybody's trying to avoid strikes by just like, I ain't gonna be the one that strikes out, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But your silence, I'm gonna make a case.
Everyone has to talk now.
I'm gonna make a case. Your inability to speak has earned you something, has it not been?
Well, then, I guess
your
not
inability
I
to
don't know.
chime in one time in the last 10 to 15 fucking minutes.
No. I'll let him. I'll let
Really?
Him slide.
This is one thing you wouldn't
Hey,
say.
Ken, what do you think of the
to Jim
Spurs?
Adams.
We gotta give this. This has got to be a warning because we didn't establish this rule.
Fuck that. We didn't establish any rules. This just happened on the show. What are you talking about?
We're evolving this concept as we go. You can't just hold some arbitrary standard against them now.
I mean, technically, you already started a fucking rule.
So they
when you
just get to
three
sit the whole
strikes
show like being quiet and going, we're not cringy. No, you have to engage. You have to try. If they don't try, then what are they here
No matter
for?
what I try, I'm always going to be labeled the cringiest motherfucker on the goddamn internet.
Hey,
He's gone. He's gone.
Bye-bye.
Good night, Egghead.
Cry.
Strike
You're gonna
three,
make him cry.
motherfucker.
You're gonna make him cry.
You're gone, Egghead.
Egghead, you're gone.
You done cringed your way gone.
You just made him throw his headphones. You're so mean.
Your headphones all right?
Paul,
The first member of the cringe squad has been voted off the island.
Paul knew what he was doing. Come on. Paul fucking
What?
baited
Sometimes
him.
I just know how
You
to draw
baited
things out of
You baited him, dude. It was so obvious.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
I
You
didn't
know I'm
make
right.
him say what he said. I'm not responsible for that atrocity.
I'm letting Egghead stay.
It doesn't matter what I say, no matter what, because I know how the DP subreddit's gonna fucking act when this damn show's over. They're gonna go on there, we're gonna say, "Holy shit!"
If anybody
fuck
was
Egghead, fuck
defending
him,
you,
fuck him,
Egghead,
fuck him."
if anybody was defending you, you just lost them. Like if there was one of us that was going to be like,
there's some
man, let's
people
not
who
give him a
like
third strike yet. Let's let him stay for a little while longer. You just that was the worst you've ever done. The DP subreddit's going to be going wild about Egghead.
Hang me then. Hang me then.
Hang me?
Hang me. Fucking hang me.
Hang you?
Yes, fucking hang me.
All right.
Hang you?
Hang me in the... Are you been watching your fucking family's movies too much, dude?
Hang 'em high.
Oh, take 'em on down to the gallows.
No, nobody wants to
For
hang
the
you,
crime
Egghead.
of high cringe.
Egghead.
Egghead, you are sentenced to hang by your neck until dead.
Egghead. Nobody's hanging you. We're doing a thing for a show.
I understand that.
We like you. This is a
glad.
funny moment, and you being a part of it is a good thing in the social sphere that you work in.
And I can't wait to see what the fuck's gonna happen in Nolans.
Strike 4.
Yeah, strike 4.
You're gonna
I'm gonna get 10 strikes within the show. I hate my life.
Raped, boy.
Strike 4. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in Dublin.
All right, now Egghead's gone.
Egghead, we love you.
Egghead got cone held in New Orleans.
All right, now the two of you.
Yeah,
he's gone.
You motherfucker.
2 men enter. 1 man.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. Actually, no. We'll wait a little bit on that.
Okay.
So you guys, let's hear from you guys about anything.
There's like silence.
You know,
how many strikes are they both working with? One apiece?
One apiece.
Yes.
One apiece. Even footing at this point.
You know, we knew Egghead was not going to win this contest of cringe.
Oh, Egghead was going to be gone. It was his destiny.
Hey, but if we decided to hold a contest to see who could be the cringiest,
Oh, he'd win.
That should be the next one.
you know, we could have crowned him champion. We get a little trophy made and everything.
Yeah, let's do it.
After his asshole is
I feel
destroyed,
bad.
he can store it in there.
I don't want us to go too far with Egghead. Don't want to make him cry.
Dude.
I like Egghead.
Egghead is in the
We need a
garage of his house right now, setting up that noose he was referencing.
Do we need like an egg trophy to give to Egghead, like cringiest person of all time?
Egghead is dragging
on
a
DP?
chair across his garage right now.
Is he carving in Egghead was here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
He's going to carve Egghead was here in the fucking rafters, and he's going to hang himself, and he's going to write
Jesus.
DP in blood on the walls.
Holy
before he
shit.
does.
DP.
Yeah.
Egghead, don't do that. You fucking.
No, actually.
Why you put that?
Never mind. He's not going to hang. We're just going to recreate the scene.
You're
from
making me
It.
want to bring him back.
I know,
Where
dude. Like,
Egghead,
honestly.
no, listen. His fucking girlfriend comes in there. Egghead, I brought you a beer.
That's what she calls him.
She fucking goes in there, and she sees him dead in the tub with DP written in the blood on the
you
wall,
went
like
It?
the scene from
You
It.
went It. Oh, okay.
And she drops the beer. Ah! He's dead.
And then
Paul pops in and he's like, "That's a cringe point. That's a cringe point. You're kicked off of life, Egghead."
Bring him back, dude.
Let's imagine
fucking kidding
let's imagine
me?
fucking-
Dude, Ben, I can't let it.
Are you?
I can't let TJ
I
make
imagine
these
Paul is
insinuations.
Pennywise, dude. Paul is fucking Pennywise.
I am not.
You're fucking Pennywise,
TJ's
dude.
fucking Pennywise.
You drove Egghead to this, dude. What are you
I'm
talking
just-
about? I was the most lenient
Paul,
one.
you killed Egghead.
I was
Whatever.
trying to be
You got
fair
it.
and apply these rules, very loosely.
I was trying to be fair, Georgie. I was trying to apply the rules.
Trying to be fair, Egghead.
You're the one who was sitting there like,
I didn't
Egghead, you're
instrument this whole
sentenced
fucking
to death.
thing.
You're sentenced to death, Egghead. I don't even think Egghead is cringy. I like his fucking performance style.
Whatever,
He's
dude.
amazing.
You had a vote.
Egghead is a consummate fucking performer.
You had a vote, and it was unanimous.
I
You
saw it.
participated in Cringefest.
Look, Egghead. Egghead.
Mm-hmm.
Who was meaner to you, Paul or me? Decide for us.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
That's a tough one.
Think about it.
Really think about this.
That's another cringe
Who's
point.
Pennywise? Be quiet, Ben.
He doesn't know who Pennywise is.
We're not doing.
Maybe he does.
It's gonna be Paul.
I like who Pennywise is.
Okay, who's Pennywise?
Pennywise had a fucking beard, be goddamn Paul.
What?
What?
If
Fuck
Pennywise.
you. You're Pennywise to me right now.
All right, this is Paul, dude. Paul
I'm Pennywise?
That's what he says.
You don't see TJ pulling the strings? You don't see TJ every time something happens on the show in a clown suit going, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Like, you don't
You
see
just
it
did
happen?
You just did it.
He's Pennywise.
He's
dude.
obviously Pennywise.
He is. Look at him.
And they said I can't even do a good evil
Egghead,
laugh.
can I ask a
How could I
clarifying
possibly
question?
be Pennywise if
Hold
I can't
on.
do a good evil laugh? Come
I have
on.
a right to face my accuser. Can I ask a
Only
clarifying
because
question?
of the Bible.
Egghead,
Sure.
if you called somebody out for, like, if you were Pennywise and you were in this situation, would you do anything to have the other guy labeled Pennywise? You know what I mean?
Like, make this very impassioned plea.
I just want to point out that Paul is wearing red.
Yeah, just like Pennywise would.
Fuck you guys.
We need Egghead back on camera.
Get on camera, Egghead.
Hashtag TJ is Pennywise.
You got me back.
Yeah.
Hashtag TJ is Pennywise.
Put the noose away.
People know it.
Paul, you're not making this one stick. You're obviously fucking Pennywise, dude. All right.
You know, the
Paul
other
Pennywise,
two motherfuckers still have not talked.
Yeah, they're pretty lame.
I will say this. It seemed that no matter what was happening, TJ was always trying to invoke something out of Egghead. Like he was a puppet master.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
you. Thank you.
I think that's just your little Paul sycophant.
TJ, you can dismiss that he's Mexican, though, remember?
Yeah, was that in Spanish?
Yeah, well-
I hardly understood what
Si
that
habla
guy just
inglés?
said.
I'm a fluent in his language.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I understand what he's saying. I'll translate for the group. He said, "I'm a total faggot, and I suck Paul's dick for a living."
Whoa.
That's what he said in Spanish just now.
What a strange thing to say, just randomly.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. It felt like it offered a lot of insight into the situation for me. Look at Egghead's face, dude. I say I should. I look at Egghead. He's just like,
listen to TJ's voice. He just talks like fucking Pennywise. Ah, look at Egghead, see?
Try, you'll die.
Check him out.
You know what?
You know my throat is fucked up. Fuck you.
know-
Speaking of Pennywise, are you guys gonna go
Whatever.
watch the new version of
You're trying to
It?
label me Pennywise because my shirt is red. You fucking sound like him. I'm
Why
not
do
going to
you-
use it.
why are
No,
we fucking-
we're at the level of like.
Why is this still happening? Why is this
No.
debate about who's Pennywise still even going on?
The people know who Pennywise
You
is.
drove Egghead to near suicide. All right. Is what
Egghead,
fucking this is
we
about.
love
Throw
you.
my maybe throw my headphones at my other
Just
computer
stop.
for fuck's sake.
Strike
Oh,
five.
wow. You did
Strike
that
five.
yourself.
Oh,
Strike
wow.
five.
Everyone will watch this.
Egghead, do you think it'd be if you were going to kill yourself because of this show? If you were going to do it. No, I'm not saying you should do it.
Duke, you know what? Fuck that. You are
Hold on.
Pennywise.
I'm just saying. If you were
You
gonna
see,
kill
and no matter
fucking
what happens, he's
Pennywise.
always
Say it.
pulling the strings.
Fuck you, TJ.
Can
you
I
are
ask an
Pennywise.
honest question, please?
No.
Can I ask an honest question?
Hey, Kenneth, you're gonna take your own life. How would it feel knowing I was the cause?
That's not what I'm going to ask. I just want to know, would you hang yourself in the garage?
God.
Or
I don't
would
have
you
a garage.
So you'd slit your wrist in the bathtub? Is that how you do it?
No.
No?
I won't kill myself because suicide's not my answer.
Would you?
Yeah. Hey, this is a shitty question.
Is it gonna jump off a wall
This is
like fucking Humpty Dumpty or some shit?
This is a legit shitty question.
Why?
It's just shitty.
It is.
Pennywise, you fucking piece of fucking shit, you muck monster that lives in the sewer.
All right,
How would you kill yourself, Paul?
I vote TJ as Pennywise.
Yeah,
TJ is Pennywise.
easily.
Hashtag TJ is Pennywise, dude. It has to be.
I think I'd have to blow my brains out, honestly. If I was gonna kill myself. It just seems like the quickest way.
What about like carbon monoxide?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of relaxing.
Here's a lie. You'd OD.
Just kind of drift. ODing would be interesting, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
There's lots of different ways to die, man.
Oh shit. Every time I bump this thing, I'm sorry. TJ's whole perspective has expanded on suicide. He's considered whole different methods.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I'll blow my brains out. Wait a minute. Drugs?
I mean, I could never actually kill myself because I'm way too egotistical, but
right.
I am fascinated by the ways people choose to kill themselves.
It is interesting.
For sure. And Egghead does seem depressed enough to kill himself.
You're a piece of shit.
Look at him. Just look at his fucking eyes. I know.
So, Egghead, having heard that fucking question as a normal, like, as a human being.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking to him.
Do you want to change your fucking vote? Do you know who Pennywise is now?
Yes, I rescind my vote and point on to TJ.
Thank you.
I'm Pennywise.
You are.
TJ's Pennywise. I told you. It's okay, but I guess, like, that's why we brought you back on.
Paul.
Just to establish which one of us was Pennywise.
Yeah!
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
The real truth is that you and I are both Pennywise.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're Pennywise.
You are.
No. It's
We're
all
all
together.
Pennywise.
TJ, you could never accept defeat. You know what, TJ? Because you kept pushing. Because at first it was like, you know what? I was leaning more towards Paul, but then you're just like, how would you die, Egghead? How would you off yourself? And it's like, come on, it's like a Pennywise thing at that point.
It is.
No, I'm saying
It's like
you were channeling Pennywise.
Something that Stephen King would have put in the book for
but
Pennywise to say, like,
hey, here's the problem.
on that dark night when you're alone
Here's
in
the
your
problem.
depressing hovel.
Here's the problem.
How you gonna off yourself, Georgie? How you gonna do it? You're gonna hang yourself? But hold on. Then I choke. So
Where
then
are the
you're gonna
balloons?
OD.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? Me and Paul both fucking drive Egghead to suicide.
Whatever,
and then
dude.
Paul
No,
feels
wow,
bad about
whatever,
it. And then he's gonna be like, I'm the good guy.
Pennywise.
TJ's Pennywise. I'm just innocent Paul who didn't participate in persecuting Egghead at all.
Oh, is that what this is about?
You're
Persecution of
You're
Egghead?
just as bad as me, Paul.
No.
You've driven Paul. I've driven
Egghead
death.
to
Dude,
death.
the Egghead, that should be your next
I
video.
care about Egghead.
That should be Egghead's next video. The persecution of
mentor
Egghead.
Egghead is my
You're
child.
persecuted.
I, the man who-
persecuted by them.
I, the man who just callously asked Egghead, a person who may or may not have severe depression, how you gonna off
He
yourself?
just said he's not depressed.
No, I'm not depressed.
He's fine.
All right, well, whatever.
Do these look like the eyes of a depressed person?
Yes.
Like the eyes of a cringy
Yeah,
person.
they actually do.
That's true too. Oh my God! How did this happen? How did this
I don't
whole
know.
fucking thing happen?
I don't know.
This has been a fucked up episode. It's Egghead. It's Egghead's
Dude, it's
fault.
Egghead, man.
The presence of Egghead.
The
has done
Egghead
this.
effect is just so strong.
I guarantee if we go to the subreddit right now, the subreddit
90% of it is
the
Egghead.
subreddit is saying meaner things than either of us ever even would.
So far in this cringe competition, we have Luis with one cringe. The other guest that never talks with one. I don't remember how he got one. And then
I know how he said it.
He immediately busted on the stage with a terrible thing.
Yeah. And then Egghead with 24.
24.
Yeah, at least.
You guys always make fun of me when I talk.
I like how everybody kind of came around to my way of thinking. TJ earlier on was like, "No, man, that wasn't cringe."
No,
now
it's
everybody's
just
like, "Yeah,
when
every
he
syllable,
left,
every word he
TJ was
said
just
was
like,
cringe."
It almost seemed like he wanted him
290
back
cringe.
so he could pick on him more. Okay,
That-
I
That is
just checked the
TJ.
subreddit. I just checked the subreddit. There are 7 posts about
who the fuck is not come on this show and been not
Oh,
been
yeah,
made
that's what I
fun
was
of?
trying to do.
Everyone gets made fun of on this fucking show, so it's not like it's like we're ganging up on these guys.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I got a fist put in my ass on this show, so I'm not like looking down on you from an ivory tower or nothing, Egghead. Like,
Please, if I get raped,
I
that's gonna
can't
be
stand Egghead. Fuck Egghead, that cringy motherfucker.
Are we on the Reddit?
I never
Yeah,
got the reason
yeah.
why so many people hate Egghead. I see him as the butt of every joke whenever he's on. Making Egghead cry is probably the greatest moment I've laughed at in their 2016 episodes. Wow. Why do people hate Egghead? Sure, he's cringy, but does he deserve the shit he gets?
Huh.
The hate is actually love. That's the joke. There, I said it. Now fuck off already. See, Egghead, the subreddit actually loves you.
Yep.
But they love to hate you. Egghead must hang. There's a thread called Egghead must hang. Wow. Egghead must hang for crimes against the board of directors.
That should be in the title
Support
to this
the lynching of
episode.
Egghead. Upvote. Fuck.
Egghead must hang.
Will there be footage of Egghead's rape? Just wondering. Hang
Wow.
Egghead.
Yeah.
I will point out
Yeah,
that
but
Egghead. There's
Egghead is
two
fu-
hang Egghead threads.
The guy that wasn't Pennywise 5 minutes ago paid somebody to rape you, Egghead. So
Yep.
I'm not paying. I'm just
Egghead,
paying
I
for
wanna
his
point-
travel expenses.
no,
so
he
do
called
it.
you. There was an exchange of business. He was like, "I want to rape Egghead, but I ain't got money." And you were like, "Well, under normal circumstances, I would never give somebody fucking money, but yeah, if you're gonna rape Egghead, come do it."
Dude, New Orleans is known for hanging. A lot of people are hung there, Egghead. I mean, you sure you really want to come to a city?
Yeah, the guy who
Where you
rapes him is going to be hung.
The guy who rapes him, if he comes within a 3-foot halo of Egghead, is gonna get fucking pummeled by Tommy from the Bronx. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Maybe I can get the guy that wants to rape Egghead on the show. Because I think he sent me messages.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he wrote me on my Facebook.
Oh wow.
Oh, dude, if he's listening,
if guy who threatened to rape Egghead, if you're listening, come on, man. I gotta see if I can find this. Maybe we should do that little break while I'm looking.
Let's see how far along we are.
We're good.
I don't know. Hold on.
get Tommy in here too.
Oh man, how many people we got to have on?
Nobody.
We've already got 3 in. All right, yeah, we're gonna take a break. Everyone, mute your fucking mics. It'll max out your cringe points if we hear you talk during the break. So we'll be right back.
I've got a terrible back, and I was having a lot of trouble sleeping. I was just so frustrated with my conventional mattress. That's when my friend and co-host Ben told me about Casper mattresses. Casper is a sleep brand that created one perfect mattress, sold directly to consumers, eliminating commission-driven inflated prices, which is great for me. My old mattress was breaking my back, and I didn't need my new one breaking the bank. Mattresses can often cost well over $1,500, but Casper mattresses cost $500 for a twin-sized mattress, $600 for a twin XL, $750 for a full, $850 for a queen, and $950 for a king-size mattress. I was still worried. I'd never tried a memory foam and latex mattress before, but thankfully buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free. Casper offers free delivery, free returns with a 100-night home trial. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. Casper understands the importance of truly sleeping on a mattress before you commit, especially considering you're going to spend a third of your life on it. As soon as I laid down in it for the first time, I knew instantly that I would not be returning it. There's a reason Time magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2015. In fact, it's now the most awarded mattress of the decade. And you can get $50 off any of Casper's already fairly priced mattresses by visiting www.casper.com/peasants and using offer code peasants. Terms and conditions apply.
Downtown, hobo on the ground, says he got a probe. No, I got my chode, but no, that's sick. If I want a dick, I can get a dick. And I like the metal stick with the little drip drip without the knob on the top and all the stickiness. And I know the satisfaction of a man, don't get me wrong. Wires the eyes, and baby doesn't turn me on. Like when a man tries to beat me, take off my hobo clothes, and then he tries to feed me. Cracking them out, put in the mouth, suck to out, make scream out. Then I'll be the hobo unit friends. Talk about standing in the street, getting bent over a vent. Looking forward to the probing experience. Get the move, dude, use it for the back in action. Stick it in and watch the hobo's ass contraction. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 probing. Probing, 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 probing. Hobo, anal, probing. Chillin' at home, watching the tube, sorting a boner for the killing of the hobos in the vicinity of the phone. Feeling good, looking out the window, looking down the alley for a dirty old hobo. Yeah, I like the anal probe and shoving like the dirty dozen. Says the ladies in the dress, baby's mama said it's cause make me feel like a hobo. Tie me down for anal probe and tossing over with foot running out my ass. Think it's funny, take a look, you fucking bust you in the nuts like you're my lover. Fucking dirty hobo dick and saucy like the sucker drip. Think twice about your trip, the hobo probe with confidence, building up the mean or something lonely. Quite your truck, fucking hobo, 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 anal, 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 probing, 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 hobo, anal, probing. Fuck that, I ain't no tool, bitch. I'm a hobo with two motherfucking fists. And feel that rim shot, big cock in your mouth, fuck, thinking you master the anal probe. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 anal. Probing, 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 probing. Hobo, anal, probing. Tell me how to eat it right, how to take the flavor. All night with my peaches and cream on my body, I dream of you, girl. Tell me how to treat it right. I lick your pussy all night, and I am policing dreams with my face in your cream, with details to come. And I believe with your pussy, and I will eat your pussy clean. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Tell me how to stick it right, how to poke you in the pokey head, feel tight be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. You know I'll wait for you to break your dawn. You know I'll wait by your window till the moon is undone. You know I'll wait by your back door down and scream until you come outside and see me while kids are making playing in the sun. Well, I got my rights, I pay my bills, I got my know-how. When I never like to get my hands dirty, I got it all figured out. When I never play out the game with a chick, got to a change that bring me neither rich fucking no fame. Because I just want to be a motherfucker, yeah. Thinking I just want to be a motherfucker, yeah. Going to parties all night. The gates of our room fight. Saying I just want to be a motherfucker, yeah. Saying I just want to be a motherfucker, yeah. Motherfucker am I. Motherfucker in my eyes. I don't care. Steal your beer. Don't ask why. I'm just a motherfucker. Motherfucker am I. Motherfucker in my eyes. I don't care. Wanna be a mother? I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Came up with luck, and then she felt my nuts. She said she was as hard as me, and I was confused with that comment. I reached and grabbed her tits. She said, "Do me, baby, oh baby, do me, baby, ooh." Then she said, "Let me tie you to the bed." When I agreed happily, I was getting a piece. And when she was done, she pulled out her penis. When I started to scream, but she seen on me. She shit on my chest and rubbed my dick with it. She said, "Bitch, you better watch your size. Suck your cock clean." And with utter disgust, I was hard as fuck as she gobbled my novel with the shit still clean.
So, we return. Getting a lot of.
The Egghead Show.
I swear to Christ, the Egghead Show all over again.
All right. Man.
So TJ, during the break,
I've been getting a lot of flack here. Oh, I have a statement. Then
you have a no, no, I don't think so.
There's a statement needs to be made here. This is very
all right.
important.
Fine,
This is
make a
secret.
statement.
This is I'm getting a lot of flack from my co-host about this whole paying someone's travel expenses to come rape Egghead thing. So, no, I'm serious. This is real. This situation here, but I gotta
real
talk.
situation.
I gotta talk about. I'm sorry, Egghead, but I mean, I can't have this damage my reputation. I have to talk about our arrangement. Egghead came to me and he said, "Look, I'm bi-curious. I really want to take a dick." Shut up. Hey, hold up, hold up, Egghead, please.
This is shocking.
It's gonna be better when the truth is out. All right. He's tired of just plain old boring heterosexual sex. He wanted to see things from that other perspective, just a taste, you know. He just wanted to see how he liked the general principle, and he wanted me to take his anal virginity. I told him, you know, look, you really don't want me to do this. You know, my dick is not big. It's not impressive. You're not gonna. This is not gonna ring that little bell inside you. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up this thing where you're gonna be raped at the Drunken Peasants meetup.
Right.
And you know,
I see what happened.
Then you can tell your girlfriend, like, I'm sorry, baby. You know, I was raped. You know, that she doesn't have to know that he cheated on her with this fucking dude with a huge cock. So, I mean, I was trying to set this up for Egghead. I was trying to do a nice thing. I was trying to get Egghead laid.
I love your story, TJ.
But
and let me. Well, can I speak now? Do I have your permission, Your Majesty?
Sure, go ahead.
Your Majesty,
You're free
thank
to speak,
you.
Scotty.
Thank you. Oh, I'm free to speak.
Scotty.
Okay, so
let me just adjust that mic for you a little bit, though. Oh, there you go.
Last two while I do the story.
Why can't I hear him anymore?
Oh, I just helped his mic.
Oh, you helped the mic?
Oh.
I'm gonna help your mic. There you go. I'll help you out there, buddy. Don't worry about it.
That's rude, Scotty.
So the
accidentally
DP
jostled.
investigative team, TJ, did some research into you. And you know, this whole rape thing, it's kind of interesting because a certain individual, a particular individual, in fact, made some allegations. Well, not him, but someone who called into his show when they wanted to discuss Pokemon.
Yeah, earlier this week, TJ, we had a stunning allegation come forth that somebody knew somebody who raped you or you raped them in high school. Already attaching your name.
Shut the fuck up, Egghead.
Paul's camera is frozen.
It is. I know. I'm working on
Ben
it.
is aware.
Shut the fuck up.
Ben is aware of the situation, Egghead.
This isn't Paul anyway. This is a situation. Anyway. So anyway, some stunning allegations last week, and now a new allegation has been laid at your feet that you hired somebody to rape Egghead in real life, TJ.
Yeah.
How do you answer that allegation?
I mean, coincidence?
I feel I've already answered all the questions pertinent to that investigation.
I don't think you have, TJ.
Well, let's hear the manatee himself. Let's hear what he has to say.
Okay.
Well,
no. I mean the real one.
The who? Where's he at?
Individual situation.
Oh,
Pick up
God.
the beautiful asshole.
The manatee.
This video. Oh, sorry.
Segment situation.
Sorry, intro. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. The Amazing Atheist and Paul's Ego caught lying.
Yeah, I have 3 Brett videos, and I like actually watching just little snippets of each one.
That's fine. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Why the fuck not? Since Paul's actually here, this is going to be awesome. You know? And I'll turn this down.
Da-da-da-da. Brett Keane's fucking lame. Da-da-da-da.
Brett Keane,
This intro
superstar.
fucking sucks. Do-do. Do-do-do-do.
There's been quite a bit of confusion in the atheist community as of late. Apparently, the Amazing Atheist can't seem to keep this.
I find it interesting that your Patreon fucking thing is larger than anything else on the screen.
Larger than even his can.
His fucking goal is 1 million.
Not to mention though, like Brett, you're not talking about the entire YouTube atheist community, which doesn't really even exist in the form that you think it does anymore. Like you're just talking about shit about TJ and Paul. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
Story straight. You know how TJ and Paul's Eagle situation likes to tell all kinds of stories.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Paul, do you remember when Brett Keane made all that shit up and then you just stole it?
Yeah.
Like...
And the virgin situation.
yep.
That's always been my thing.
Yeah.
The honest Brett never tells any fucking tall tales.
Apparently, TJ told his audience recently on the Drunken Peasants that he did in fact work for his father. He did in fact know that his father was a scammer. He did in fact realize that his father went to prison for 5 years.
Yeah,
What do you
it was
think
kind
is-
of hard to escape my notice when my dad went to prison when I was fucking 12 years old.
But does Brett think he's fucking Matlock? TJ, I did in fact know. He did in fact know he was a scammer.
I bet you didn't even notice the first year. You were just like, oh, haven't seen Dad in a while.
Yeah, just like, hey, Mom, where's Dad?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I knew a dude in high school that killed his girlfriend. I knew him like pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
you're a murderer.
Holy shit!
What
we're
is
in the presence of a murderer.
Like, what is this, Brett? He's already told you in person to your face that he knew.
Hold on. Let's hear what he has to say.
But what's
next.
really unusual is not too long ago, whenever I asked him the question of, remember that whole like father, like son thing? And he told everybody that he was too young to have known what was happening. He said
He
was
knows
just a
now,
little
Brad.
child whenever-
He knows now. Every child is not all brought up to speed on every bad thing their parents do.
Yeah, I mean, I was, when I was like, I mean, my dad got busted when I was 12. So, I mean, you really think, like, as a fucking 10, 11-year-old, I had intimate knowledge
Yes.
of the workings of my dad's companies?
You did.
Yeah, and he mentions that you worked for his dad, but he doesn't mention when that was.
Yeah, I worked for my dad years later.
He never does.
When he was doing something, when he was doing a totally different business venture.
Yeah, and even if you did find out at 12, do you think like suddenly a 12-year-old goes, "Oh, okay, I understand how my father manipulated a complex set of tax rules to his benefit in a way that didn't fucking toot the fucking IRS's horn"? You think you have any understanding of what he did or have any complicity in it at that age?
For all this was happening, he wasn't aware. He couldn't acknowledge any of it.
He wasn't.
Gets even more fast.
He wasn't
aware.
You can't acknowledge. Brett, could you acknowledge something you're not aware of?
Linear time.
I'll wait.
Being inside of the business with his father.
No, he wasn't. You
Yeah.
fucking moron.
That's
God, how
no.
stupid.
That's right. When I was 11 years old, I was the accountant for LaSalle University.
Oh wait, you know what? You know
I
what,
fucking
though?
came up with all the tax schemes and shit. I was just a master scammer even at that young age.
You know what, TJ? Though we actually did work for him, though. You know what? I actually do remember this. We worked in the mailroom.
You're right, dude.
Yep.
Shit, we're fraudsters.
Sometimes Dad made us work in the mailroom, so I guess we were complicit.
Yeah.
Surprised the FBI didn't charge us, dude.
They probably wanted to.
And the information, of course, is public knowledge that his father was sued for over $35 million, as well as his mother for a couple $1 million, because even...
Okay, well, I mean, they might have been sued. Nothing ever came of that lawsuit because my dad never fucking mentioned some $35 million lawsuit he lost. I think he would have fucking. I think that would have put a crimp in his fucking style if he'd had a $35 million judgment against him. I notice you say the lawsuit was filed. I notice you don't say that it was actually successful.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, anyone could file a lawsuit. I could file a lawsuit tomorrow against you for $20 million.
I mean, furthermore, all this speaks to is character assassination of not even really you. It's just like your dad was a bad person, so therefore you are too. Ergo, you are.
After the father went to prison, the mother continued up the heist. Yeah, a regular Bonnie and Clyde, but...
Wait, play the next thing.
Oh my God.
Play it.
Hold on.
And, yeah.
He said, but not as cool.
Yeah.
A regular Bonnie and Clyde, but not as cool. Go ahead, Scott.
Brett, okay, you don't know anything about our family's history. Like, I don't know why you're pretending to. I mean, obviously you like to lie, so it doesn't really matter to begin with. Our parents at that time were divorced. Our mom did not continue the heist. That she was not involved at that point.
Yeah, she spent 6 months in a halfway house, and then she had no part in the company from that point forward. So our mom did not continue the heist.
And she wasn't behind any of the decision-making shit there anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, she was counseling my father at the time to pay his taxes.
You remember earlier on the way over here when I was talking about how Brett Keane makes you talk about shit that, like, it's whatever, but you just rather not have to do it?
Yeah.
Right.
Here you're doing it.
Oh, exactly.
Of course.
It's just the stupidest fucking shit. Because Brett Keane had to, like, everybody's always attacking my family. His next fucking move is, let me drag TJ's mom into it and make TJ talk about his mom, who's never done a fucking thing to anybody.
Yeah,
she really hasn't.
What a waste of fucking space you are, Brett.
Yeah, he's sinking like to the lowest point.
See, every time, and people have said this too, every time there's a bottom, I think, oh yeah, that's the manatee's gone as low in the river as it can.
You know what's
finds
hilarious?
another fucking crevice. There's no bottom. Mama.
Let Egghead talk, Paul. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
It's hilarious. Brett, you fucking blocked me on Twitter, and then you fucking keep messaging me saying, "Oh, look at this video! TJ actually admitted to raping a person in high school." Brett, if you want to fucking talk to me, you might as well fucking unblock me. You fucking stupid, idiotic, myopic manatee.
Strike 28.
Yeah. I mean, it was going okay until that little weird tirade at the end there, but yeah, whatever.
So he was
Don't
a little
unblock
kid,
Egghead,
according
Brett.
to the dates of the
Unblock
crimes and
Egghead,
the
face
accounts and
Egghead.
all the different court moments.
Dude,
for
fuck
all
that.
these young
Fuck that.
people and
Fuck
their
that. I'm
parents
going to make a
to-
challenge right now.
Egghead versus Brett Keane debate.
Yeah, dude. Brett Keane.
Oh my God.
Go on the Egghead show.
Shit, I made a fucking video about him. Let's see if he fucking comes at me.
Yeah, I want to see a Brett versus Egghead debate.
Go on the Egghead show and face your accuser, dude. You came on our show. You haven't been on Egghead's show yet, though?
Yeah. I mean, just look at the intro. When you see the intro, you know it's the show you have to be on.
Fuck yeah.
These jackasses.
I'm going to be on
Court.
Egghead's show.
He
Are
fit
you?
Primely like
Yep.
a glove right into all that fucking mess.
Muff.
You know, before we continue on with DJ, too,
You fucking ugly
Paul's
mush-mouth
ego
piece of
loves to
shit.
spend a great
Listen to
deal
that
of
shit.
time talking massive shit about my beautiful wife, whom I've been married to for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yet,
20
6
long,
months ago,
fat.
his wife left him due to the fact he wouldn't get employed. She did not support him or give a fuck about the stupid shit he does on YouTube.
Brett, I like to, think of myself as an honest dude. If we made a checklist of everything that you just said, and we put a check mark next to it, if it's true, there would not be a check mark on the page. I don't know how else to say it. Like, everything you said, starting with Paul's ego and ending with blah, 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 or whatever you stopped on, whatever glottal stop, your little... It was wrong.
So I wonder to myself, is Paul's ego jealous of me? Mr. Mac and Cheese situation?
No.
No. Were you jealous,
Let's be
Paul?
clear here. Absolutely no one is jealous of you.
Brett, I can honestly
Exactly.
tell you that when I got a divorce, I never once thought, man, I wish I was Brett Keane. I'd be so much better. I went pretty low, man. I had some low moments. Divorce is a tough thing, but you know what? I never got there. I was never like, yeah, I wish Dorn was my fucking wife. Oh, man. I pine for the swamps of Missouri. Take me home, Missouri Road. Oh, yes, I wish I was fucking Brett Keane. I don't ever in my life, never will I sink to the point where I look at you and go, oh, man, I wish I could be him. Ever. I might be homeless in 6 months. I don't know. I'll still be able to go I'm picking through a trash can.
Paul, I think if I literally saw you strangle a kid, I would still be like, you're still better than Brett.
I could.
I mean, honestly, I would still think you're better than Brett.
Well, he did strangle that kitten, but normally he's an okay guy.
Paul must have had a real off day.
You know, I mean, that's fucked up what he did, and I'll pay for his therapy bill. Poor Paul. He must be in a lot of pain.
No, Brett, during my divorce and all of the acrimony that comes with that, never once did I think, I wish I was you. I wish I had your life. I never once did that thought. You were the furthest thing from my mind
Because
when that happened.
I've got a beautiful wife. I've got 2 fantastic children. He's sterile. He has no potential. His only ambition
He
in
keeps
life
bringing up that
is
point like it means anything.
Well, that's
Here's the thing I don't get. Does Brett feel like he
are
can just
you,
say
like,
anything?
So Brett is on the record as a dude that thinks like a dude that like I'm medically sterile. I don't know why. Like, yep, shame him. Like even like isn't that even lower than like you're fat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you legitimately wanted to reproduce, it's definitely a jab.
Right, but
you
that's
know?
the thing. Here I am in that territory again. Because to talk about like, yeah, at one point I kind of wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
But couldn't. And not because it organically came up on the show, but because we're listening to this.
Damn show talking shit about people all day, making him no different.
That's all this
than the
video has
fucking
been,
bully
Brett.
That he's admitted to being on his own damn channel.
You're a bully.
You admitted to being bullying, dude.
I did?
You admitted to be a bully.
I remember
I'm
that
a bully.
episode.
Paul's
Paul-
ego. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Like when, where, like maybe I did. I don't know, but like.
You're a bully,
The young people all throughout his life growing up.
Oh, you know what? Here's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
I told a story really like early on in my channel. This is a true story too, of a kid that I picked on in like middle school or it was earlier than that. It was like 6th grade, 7th grade maybe. Named Patrick. And the whole video was about how like I feel remorse for that.
Oh.
Because I've also been picked on, and man, it's fucked up. I made somebody feel that way. Like that's the whole point. So yeah, at one point I bullied somebody.
You like to bully Egghead too.
He's putting out a lot of background noise.
He really is.
Yeah, so Paul basically makes a video saying, what you said is, like, I totally regret this, it was totally wrong, and I
Right.
totally repudiate it. Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then
I wasn't like, man,
the best
we
thing.
picked on this kid. Oh shit, we ruined his life. He wanted to kill himself.
I remember Brett.
No, then you be TJ. Then you be
Brett
TJ. Come on.
Brett even in the video said, and Patrick went on to kill himself. He literally actually said that.
Yeah, no.
And he didn't. It's just a total lie.
Yeah, that's a total fabrication.
I don't
Does
even think you
Brett
mentioned.
understand that in order for people to believe him, he needs to actually like say something true every now and then?
No, he does not realize that.
No, he'll just.
It
keep
should be
going.
obvious by now that he does not realize that. No.
But it's amazing.
Okay,
He fails at it every single time.
It is amazing. All he has to do is like watch the truth. All right, I'll say
Dude,
the opposite.
We were just fucking reading Brett Keane's book. Like, the way Brett Keane's mind works, he
God.
doesn't make associations with things. He just, whatever his narrative is, whatever he needs to say at that moment is what he's going to say.
All right, let's watch Amazing Atheist wins Brett Keane's love.
No, it's
Or Amazing Atheist wins Brett Keane loses.
Wow,
Sorry.
TJ, what are you hoping for?
I just couldn't read it. It was so
Oh,
small.
wow.
I thought it was gonna be a sarcastic
that's the
video.
title
about, I
of the-
love the
Another Freudian slip.
That's the title. That's the title of the erotic novel TJ is currently writing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this one's good.
Punish me, Daddy Brett. Punish me.
I was gonna play the one where he supports Jenny McDermott, but you know.
Go ahead.
By the way, a few days ago, I went into Pimp Monk's hangout, and Jenny McDermott was in there, and
you destroyed her.
I destroyed her, and she
you
left.
did.
I called her Jenny McHerp Clit, and
That was hilarious.
And what was the other one? Jenny McSquirt shit.
Ben's a bully too, picking on poor Jenny McDermott. Never heard a fly. Never heard a fly.
So, do you want to do that one?
Yeah, let's hear about how what a victim Jenny is.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett
good Lord.
Keane from
Oh,
God.
my fucking
Oh,
God,
Brett.
dude.
Brett, why are you shirtless, man?
What is going on
But
here, dude?
You have like dipping sauce in front of you? What is that?
This video, I'm not even gonna.
Paul, your mic is like.
Is it dead?
It's dead.
Okay, how long has it been? Fucking
Wiggle it.
like I couldn't hear myself, but I figured you guys could hear me.
Nah, I was hearing you until now.
Dead.
Oh my God, Paul.
Your mic is dead as dead.
Hello.
I heard you for a second.
Paul just gives up on life.
Dead as dead can be. So the microphone tells me.
Radio.
Because you're buying a new fucking mic, dude. You destroyed that fucking
check
mic.
out all my YouTube channels.
Check,
Connect
check,
with
check,
me
check,
through
check, check.
Facebook,
Brett, no one's
Twitter.
gonna do that. Come
And
on.
when you get
Check,
an
check, check.
opportunity,
You're wasting your
check out my
breath.
website, godtvradio.com.
Your website?
Website.
Your website?
Check out my website.
I have a website, guys.
This one right here.
I'm gonna sit here and wub my fucking dick.
But why
thinking
can't you
about
pronounce
giving me a
fucking basic
Patreon.
words that everyone knows how to say?
Brett has a weird speech impediment that I've
It's
never
another
heard.
one of Brett's weird anomalies.
Yeah, you got it too, buddy.
Yeah, you understand.
Brett's infected you. Anomanomins.
It's a
If you'd like to support my work,
nominably.
you can always donate to PayPal or pledge some awesometivity to my Patreon.
Awesometivity?
Awesometivity.
Did you say awesometivity, dude?
All right.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Way
that
better.
works. That works.
Hopefully.
Brett just got another cringe point.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does Brett look like he just masturbated in this video? Because I keep thinking about that.
Yes.
He really,
Yeah.
he looks like he fucking.
So
He looks like he was sitting on his
joking
back.
aside, he
No,
really
I
does.
know. He looks like he was on his back. He fucking squirted out a load, then he rolled over in his own fucking mess and turned on his recording.
I'm coming to terms with the fact that, like, for the last 20 minutes, probably nobody heard what I said but you guys.
Nah, they heard.
No, they heard.
It wasn't until just like.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until we noticed. I mean,
All right.
we were hearing you until then.
Okay, cool.
So something happened.
It's all good.
Between then and then.
We're good then.
Everything's good.
I was just worried, like, that whole thing.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
All right, so fucking listen.
Hey, Jenny McDermott, how are you doing today? I've noticed that you've had a very unsuccessful time of continuing a YouTube channel. You have lost, 2 or 3 YouTube channels now, and atheists referred to you as horseface and all kinds of other derogatory names, and of course they have their justifications and their...
Brett, you're the biggest scumfuck on the internet. And like this fucking shit where you're trying to do an alliance with Jenny McDermott is just like, you know what? I'm going to find, like, the only person whose scumfuckery even rivals my own and start an association with them. Like, this, there's nothing helping your reputation here. Like, what are you even, who are you trying to appeal to? Jenny McDermott doesn't have anyone that likes her except for fucking monsters. Like, she's fucking pure evil. She laughs when people's dads die of cancer. She fucking defrauds people. I mean, like, what are you doing? Like, even you should be able to see, like, well, this isn't someone I want to, like, even just for self-interest reasons.
Yeah.
Like, why are you incapable of even, like, looking out for your own self-interest? I mean, like, I understand being a fucking, like, fucking crazy piece of shit who just wants to tear everyone down but still wants to be thought of as this great guy and shit, but, like, why are you so inept at it?
Okay, well, maybe Brett wants, like, a three-way situation, dude.
I want to point
He
something
wants
out.
Lauren and Jenny.
Gross.
And this has a point. The mic that Brett is using is a Yeti mic.
Yeah.
And somebody else pointed this out to me. This wasn't my original thought, but there is a point. It comes with an instruction book, and in that instruction book, there's a little cartoon. And the cartoon is basically like, monkey no talking to mic like this. Monkey talking to this part of mic. It's literally like a monkey going, and then showing the way you're supposed to use the mic. You're supposed to talk into that mic like straight up. You're never supposed to speak into the head of it. And he always has it pointed like right at his face. So thanks, Brett Keane patrons, for buying him that new mic.
That he doesn't know how to use correctly.
That when he opened the instruction booklet, he didn't get the monkey no talk like this cartoon.
That's awesome. I really like that.
He's so stupid.
He's fucking dumb as shit.
mentally ill reasoning behind why it is they dog and treat you like absolute shit.
She's done a million reprehensible, horrible things.
Nope, we're just mean to her because we're bad people.
Yeah, like, she put her company's insurance in danger.
No, we're all just bad people. What can we say? We just hate
No,
people
she's
on
the bad
internet.
person.
No, it's us.
She's
monsters.
Quit harassing Miss Jenny McDermott.
She constantly DMCA's people. She constantly threatens people to dox people.
Yep.
She has doxed people. She has DMCA'd people.
Yes.
She fucking has been caught trying to defraud people by getting them to give her money for a fire that happened at her work when it was already covered by the insurance, and actually put that insurance coverage of that company in jeopardy by doing so.
Maybe Brett just stands back in awe. He's like, wow, this is what I aspire to be.
Okay, he shouldn't aspire to be her because she's also 100% transparent. Why doesn't he aspire to be like a successful fucking
Dude,
piece
he's
of
too
shit?
dumb to even know what a successful scam is. It's Brett Keane.
Like everybody that's bad on the internet, there's a video somewhere out there of Brett Keane praising that person. And it's true. Like, Brett Keane will be like, yeah, Von Helton, he's awesome. Oh, Adolf Hitler, he was a cool guy. You know, just like there are videos out there of him going, Onision is the funniest fucking thing that this manatee's ever seen. Where, you know, like, sucking the Onision dick, and now he hates him. Like, he's just taking another stab at it. He was like, oh, Jenny McDermott kind of doesn't like the Drunken Peasants. I like her. Hey, girl, hope you're doing okay over here in Bretland.
I could have sworn this happened before, too. Like, when she was going after you guys the first time, and now this is the second time, and Brett Keane's doing this all over again.
Is he shirtless to, like, seduce Jenny McDermott?
I think so.
It's like, some shirtless guy walks up to her, fucking, hey, Jenny, how you doing, huh? It's like...
He does think of himself as like the perfect physical specimen,
Brett, I know as a fat guy, sometimes taking your shirt off can be funny, but, like, generally speaking, it's good to keep our shirts on. Yeah, I mean, I know you're not fat. I know you have this delusion that you're somehow, like, physically fit and capable of, like, fighting 10 atheists in a row and all this bullshit you talk. But, hate to break it to you, you're a fat fuck.
Like, not even the effort it took to, like, get a shirt. I'm just gonna sit here with my farmer's tan for this video. Hey, Jenny! Woohoo! Happy to meet you. I'm a shirtless weird guy on the internet.
I just love the vacant expression on his fucking face.
Will you take my support? I don't know. Are you reprehensible? Yeah. Okay, cool. We're buddies now. Yeah.
You know, I think that the thing about Brett Keane spending all his time in that room must be inaccurate because it looks like he does have like kind of a wife beatery tan going on.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, maybe.
It kind of looks like there's like a.
Dude, maybe it was just put there by the glow of the monitor, dude.
Yeah, that could be.
It's just a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week. He's baking in the fucking X-rays flying out of that monitor with no light. And it scorched the skin that the wife beater doesn't
You ever notice
touch.
that every room he's in is just like so barren and dismal? Like, there's never any decoration. There's never any, like, you know, flourish. Like, I'm gonna show off my personality.
Dude, he's like fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He's in a dark, dank fucking cavern, just like sitting there, just on the internet. Oh, what can I say? What shit can I talk now? How can I insult the amazing atheist today?
Like, there's no posters on his wall. There's no adornments of anything. It's
Well,
just
the only thing that looks like is there is just like
Adorn.
a pattern of just some. It looks like flowers or just random dots on his fucking wall.
I don't know, dude. Like anybody else, I'd feel bad about. Like, man, like dissing on. Like, man, their digs are fucked up. Man, where you have to stay right now is ugly.
No, I'm just saying he makes no effort to.
But like it's Brett.
Infuse it with his personality or anything.
Well, no, because
Does he
he'd rather like the dude has like look that microphone sitting on there is like that's an expensive microphone. I mean, it's not like prohibitive, but it's like if I lived in a place like that, I probably wouldn't have a microphone like that. Or a video game system. Like, he's got all this shit. That, like, he edits his fucking videos, and he's bad at it, but clearly he's got, like, software and a computer, like, capable of churning out 90 million videos a day.
I don't even think he's using that microphone right.
People that live in a place
We
that...
had, like, a giant discussion about that.
Like, people that I know that have lived in, like, places that look like that, they don't have microphones. You know, they're just like, oh, shit, man. Like, they got a TV that's 20 years old.
He has to be living off welfare.
So Brett Keane's got, like, a plasma TV and a new PC and every fucking console that's under the sun right now.
Tons of games.
Remember that joke video that said that he does everything but take care of himself? It might actually be true.
I didn't know that he said that, but that sounds pretty
No,
fucking
no.
accurate.
It was a joke video where you watched it on the show like a.
Oh,
like
so memorable.
Well, I wanted to tell you about something, and this may not make you feel any better, but
what
an
is it?
atheist almost made me cry recently. Almost brought me.
No, they didn't, Brett. No, they didn't.
This atheist.
Oh my God!
I have feelings.
The crocodile tears phase. He couldn't even summon them this time, so he has to just talk about a time where he almost did.
I almost cried.
Sometimes he'll actually cry on the camera,
Dude.
like, "This is what you've done." For a second, he'll show you a little, like, how could that ever be real? Coming out of somebody like you.
He gets a hold of me on Skype, and we're talking, and
We're talking. Okay.
he tells me basically about how fucking shitty and horrible his life is. I'm not going to mention his name. I
come
get a lot
on,
of
Brad.
these type of folks
No.
who will come talk to me and everything, and I feel for them and I sympathize with
No, you
them. and
don't.
You fabricated this.
care very deeply about the help.
He's
No,
trying to
you
do.
don't.
He's trying to do like that folksy speech where people go, like, I met a young man in Wisconsin, struggling to pay the bills, kind of story. It's like, Brett, you're not an orator. Your rhetoric sucks. No one believes anyone was talking to you about all their fucking problems because who the fuck would come to you with their problems?
Yeah, the dude that just had the fucking infamous, like, I'm here and I went to high school with TJ and I'm from Louisiana. And, I grew up with TJ and he raped somebody. Oh, really? That happened. That guy is talking about, like, how he came to tears because somebody was like, Brett, my life fucked up. Help me. No. That conversation never took place. You completely made it up in your fucking giant water head.
I want to hear where he goes with it.
Okay.
People go through and the pain. But the guy, as he tells me about the fucking miserableness of his life and existence,
What's his name,
where
Brad?
he almost brings me to tears.
Yeah. Okay.
He says, Brad, I wish that I had the kind of views that you do.
No.
No.
What?
Correct. Wrong.
Bullshit. Certified
Nobody
bullshit.
ever.
I find a way
Said
to make it
no one
about
ever.
me. What
I
did he
wish that
say?
was you.
He ends up talking about TJ in this video too, even though TJ has nothing to do with this shit
my
at all.
Every
Not
fucking
views like
time.
Yep.
in religious views, not views like in belief in God or having hope and meaning and purpose, but the kind of views that I get on YouTube. Which, humbly, I will say,
You have
I'm
pathetic
definitely
views.
nowhere close to some of the big guys out there and ladies that are featured on YouTube.
You're not even in that category.
Yeah, you're not
just
even at
haven't
the
got to that
medium
point.
group.
You're not even on the map.
Yeah.
There
You're
are
nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like there are videos of like kittens that get way more views than you could ever.
And rightfully so.
Yep.
Compared to Brett.
Yep.
I bet there's a video on kittens on YouTube that will get more views than everything Brett Keane's ever done put together.
Combined. Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
It's true. People love that shit. People do not love Brett Keane. They only like to watch us laugh at Brett Keane.
No.
It isn't what it is on YouTube anymore. It seems like in
Whatever.
order to have any kind
Brett,
of views in
nobody
this thing
called you
anymore,
and
you're gonna
asked
either-
for fucking, like, advice on how to get views on YouTube, and no. Nobody did that. That would be like going to the homeless guy and going, hey, man, I need some financial advice, man. I got a big conundrum with my taxes, and I need an expert opinion. Could you? He's just like, huh? Why would anybody come to you for that? That'd be like somebody calling you and going, Brett, I want to keep my teeth. You have any fucking advice?
Now, what channel is Brett using most right now? Is it
I don't know.
God TV Radio.
Is it God TV Radio?
He
Yeah.
keeps changing kind of
Are you
like.
going to join his hangout?
He has he has 70 subscribers.
Wow.
70.
He had 70 on Wednesday. He's had 70 for days now.
70.
There hasn't been. He's gained 0 subscribers
How
in the
many
last
views?
30 days.
On which channel is this?
God TV Radio.
God TV Radio.
And then there's Brett Keane Superstar.
Brett Keane Superstar.
I haven't looked at that one. It looks like he gets about 2,000, 3,000 views a day on this channel.
Okay.
So I mean, like, that's something, but it's mostly just people like, I'm gonna go fucking look at this Brett Keane fuck that the Drunken Peasants are always talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see Brett
think
Keane Superstar.
I think he's trying to pull a Joseph Martello because I see one right here that says that's called "God is Great and Loves Brett Keane."
What?
I don't know, man.
All right, so Brett Keane Superstar. It's a little more popular. It has 564,000 not 5,000.
What?
564 subscribers. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, what?
I started looking
There's
at the,
no way.
I started looking at the other column, and it looks like on average he's got like 1,000. I mean, it says the average is 3,994, but
views.
That's because like one day he had 88,000 views.
Oh, he actually
For
got
some reason.
88,000 views one day?
Yeah, but like
lucky.
on average it's like 1,000 views. Some days it's only like 900 something.
Brett Keane's doing a stream right now.
Is
I
he?
see it. Yeah, I see it. There's 14 people watching. Watch, a bunch of people are gonna like flood in now. His chat room's gonna become unbearable eventually. here.
Hold on, everybody. We have a situation.
Yeah.
I know this drill.
Do you want to hear it?
I mean, kind of no, but kind of yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right.
I think no problem looking at the poop.
I think it's him like playing a game though. It might be boring. Let's see.
Oh, is he playing a game?
Yeah, I don't even hear him talk yet.
Is he talking?
No, but you know there's a delay, so like
where you at, Brett?
Yeah, wow, this is riveting. This is fucking riveting.
There's literally nothing happening in the stream, dude.
He's just sitting there?
Yeah.
Just show this.
I'm just sitting there and sitting here and sitting there and I'm sitting here.
He's taking a mac and cheese break.
There's nothing going on.
French vanilla.
I just commented in the chat room.
Yeah, he said riveting. I see ALTJ.
yeah.
Poop balls. Howdy, Brett. Individual.
Yeah, they're showing up now.
Yeah, they are.
Actual activity has happened in the stream now.
Where is he? Look, this is all that's going on. There's nothing happening.
fascinating
Oh,
Brett, can you at least have the decency to like stream in your streams?
Are we not like what's going on here?
That's the antithesis of Brett. Brett never fucking shows up to his streams. He'll fucking be there for a second. Someone else, you take over and talk.
Are we just not?
If he's
going to
be gone for 6 hours, why have the stream?
Jesus, Brett, get to your fucking do your stream, bitch. Why you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you streaming this?
Maybe he's
fucking...
watching us, watching him.
Brettception.
Brettception.
Yeah, Brettception.
Number 2, Older Skulls Online Bleak Rock Championship Morrowind by Brett Keane.
Well, yeah. Way to rake in the views, Brett.
I'm sure everyone's gonna be clicking that.
All right.
Oh my God. Where are you, Brett?
I mean, you're usually present for your content, so this is substandard even for you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not true. When you do live streams, you are gone for most of them.
Yeah, but like usually he fucking tricks someone else into talking or tries to.
You guys discuss whatever. I'll be back in
This
about
time
30
he's just
minutes.
gone. There's nothing happening on the screen.
Oh, there's a situation here I gotta handle. Going 143 people. And they're saying...
Okay.
Is he back?
They're saying poop balls.
Poop balls. Poop balls. Poop balls. Poop balls.
Balls.
I don't
poop
hear
balls.
anything.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, like, the game isn't moving.
He just like walked through the room that the console is in and said, and we just heard that in passing. He didn't actually come back.
Does he even know that he's streaming? Or
I
did
don't
he just
think he
forget
does.
about it? Did he just walk up and forget about it?
He had a French vanilla situation.
French vanilla situational.
Someone said he's having a bonus bucket break.
He wouldn't take a break for that. He would just fucking scoop it in his hand in one fucking thing.
Don't feed me!
I want to be able to look at the elapsed time up at the top.
40 minutes.
Like, why is he like, how long has that been
Well,
there?
Paul, that's why he gets fan mail to ask you how to get the big views.
Is it 44 minutes of just this screen?
It must have been. No, I'm actually no. It's apparently him playing some game, but where the fuck did he go?
I went back a little bit. Yeah, I see him playing here.
Is he even talking though? No.
A little bit, but what happened to
Oh my
games you
God.
love?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's back.
Oh, is he?
Is he back now?
I heard him say all raw.
No,
that was us scrolling back in the fucking
Yeah.
stream to see if it was even really a stream.
Yeah, no, he's still completely absent from his stream.
Wow, Brett. Why does no one watch you, Brett? It's
You're
so
so
fucking hard to
fucking-
figure out. Here, for this atheist kid out there who wants now to get the big views, what you gotta do is start streaming a game, and then just stop playing and just walk away and just let it sit there on some boring fucking screen for 10 minutes.
Yeah, don't even get a fucking be right back screen.
We took his view count from 14 to almost 300.
The negatives are just keep piling on.
Yeah,
of course they do. Poor Brett. Well,
They're at
why
121 right now.
Why would anyone rate this positively? He's not doing anything. Anyone who lands on this stream is gonna be like, "Well, I dismiss this channel forever."
I think we're gonna. Do you want to keep going for a little bit?
With Brett?
Or whatever.
just in general?
I mean, yeah, because we're well over our normal time.
Are we really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we can call it a night, or we can do one more. I don't give a shit. I'm good either way.
Yeah, I'm down.
I do want to go to Waffle House tonight, though.
Well, that's happening either way.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
I'll come along.
Yeah,
too.
come along, Ben.
Yeah, got to do it before Paul leaves.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Paul's never had Waffle House.
I shat in a Waffle House. Is my mic on?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's on. Yeah.
Sorry, I just can't hear my fucking self.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just paranoid. Anyway, no, I've never been to. I shat in a Waffle House though, and it was actually a pretty pleasant dump. Like I expected the toilets in there to be like. I was like, "There's a fucking."
He's back. He's back. All right.
Oh. Hold on. By the way, it was a chili dog dump. Wasn't it?
It was, dude.
Dude, I have no desire to eat a chili dog for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
They say Brett's back. Let's take a look.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
All right.
Brett's back.
Okay, hold
They
on.
say he's back.
Egghead sounded the alarm.
1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
Here it is. The channel is now called God is Great and Loves Brett Keane.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Wonderful.
If God was great, he would not love Brett Keane.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Everyone go and tell Brett to eat shit. Go.
Don't tell him to eat. Well, yeah, I guess. Go ahead.
Shit, Brett.
You're amazing, Brett.
You're cyber bullying.
Of course I'm amazing.
Even the lizards and Argonians agree.
We took the other,
Just flood it with eat shit, Brett. Eat shit, Brett. Eat shit, Brett. Like that. We'll wait. We should see it in a few moments here.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see it.
Ben's just
It's
high
gonna
on his
happen.
power. He's like, yeah, eat shit. Eat that shit.
There we go.
People send Brett pictures of him eating a big bowl of shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Brett's not a cannibal. Come on.
What the fuck, dude? What? I don't. Maybe he's not even
Kyle,
aware.
do me a favor. Blindfold yourself, and then do ballet in the highway. You fucking muttonhead.
Whoa!
Terrible
Shots
comeback.
fired, dude.
Wow. Blindfold yourself.
Yeah, you couldn't cyberbully your own little fucking miniature Twitter. So you get the fuck out of here with that nonsense, chump.
Chump. Listen here,
Is this
chump.
early 90s trash talk?
Chump. Chump. I want a
Oh my
Brett Keane
God,
shirt that
Brett.
just says chump. Chump.
My changes.
Chump.
Got a good look.
Dornhub.
There we go.
Eat shit, Brett.
There's just like
Station.
duty.
All
What game is he playing?
Eat the poo poo.
Brett eats the poo-poo.
Oh wait, is he listening to us?
Let's try this.
No.
Let's make some poison.
He's trying to play his game.
Yay!
I wonder if he can see the chat.
Paul is Pennywise. I see a hashtag Paul is Pennywise in there,
You
dude.
guys, it was so fucking unanimous, dude.
It was unanimous between you fucking people. The audience feels that Paul is Pennywise. That's the audience's choice.
Whatever. Just because one dude put Paul as Pennywise.
That guy speaks for the masses, dude. He's got his finger on the pulse. He knows the zeitgeist.
Oh, something's still being
Well, this is fucking riveting, Brett.
That's what I said.
This is amazing.
So what's going on here, people?
You know what?
Sorry.
You know what? I
Okay,
thought
hold on,
that,
hold on. You can't pause it. Don't pause it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
to
sorry.
talk about.
Yeah. Tell him to eat shit
Paying
now.
attention to the text.
Okay, now he's paying attention. Tell him to eat shit.
Eat shit. Eat shit. Eat the poo poo.
Eat the poo poo, Brad.
Do it. Just like literally, just flood it.
Eat the poo poo.
Hey, they're all 15-year-olds.
Paul is Pennywise.
Fuck
See
you.
again.
Let's quit. Just whoever you are, stop.
Paul is Pennywise. I see you again.
We've said
again. Paul is Pennywise.
I'm sorry.
Paul is Pennywise.
TJ is Pennywise.
Yeah.
Boom, bitch.
I see way more Paul as Pennywise.
Yeah, but
dude.
there was a fucking TJ in there. People.
Paul is Pennywise.
Motherfucker.
Paul is Pennywise. I see it twice. Oh shit! It's in there all fucking all over the place. Paul is
Paul
Pennywise.
is John Goodman. Brett is Pennywise. That's actually.
Yeah, maybe that's yeah. Maybe that. I think we actually have said that before. That he's like the Pennywise of Festus, Missouri.
He's been haunting that place for years.
Read all that fucked up text.
It's fucked up.
Eat the poo poo.
Eat the poo poo, Brett.
Eat the poo poo.
Dude, I thought this was boring when he wasn't talking, and then he started talking. I realized, like, holy shit, it's actually more boring when he's playing.
This text is fucked up, Trump.
Brett, you're fucking somehow more entertaining when you're just quiet.
All right.
You should upload videos of just your silence to your channel.
TJ is Pennywise.
The sound of you not talking is actually kind of pleasant.
Yes. It's time.
Yeah? What is it time
It's
for?
time, guys. It's all been leading up to this.
Badass.
Dude, this is fucking. This
Brett
is
Keane,
great.
the ultimate badass.
I'm really getting into this
You have-
fucking playthrough.
Any presents
It's
at all, Brett?
time.
Any at all?
Yeah, at least
What
Egghead
the
has a
fuck do you
cringy
think?
presence.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't have any.
Brett's fucking comatose.
You're like a fucking... I don't know, man. I think someone who was comatose would look at Brett and be like, God damn.
Brett is
Put some
Pennywise.
pep in that step.
Anybody
Do you
actually
think
have
if you
some
went into porn,
intellectual
you would watch it?
discussion for me, or are you just gonna
Intellectual
sit there and type
discussion.
poo-poo?
Wait a minute.
Get any more fucking
Wait a minute.
stupid
Hold
than
on.
that?
Hold on. Say again.
Oh goodness.
He wants intellectual discussion, dude.
Really?
Not poo poo.
Okay.
Like, remember that remember those intellectual videos we watched from earlier? The showcase
The
his
ones where he
I
made
like to
horrible
do the
allegations about our
protest
fucking
the
family
white
members that
thing.
have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. That was
one?
Everybody.
That was the intellectual content
Now-
that Brett loves.
Now everyone ask Brett for a gum job. Say, Brett, give me a gum
Your
job.
mama looks like Pennywise.
Your
Twice
mama
it's
looks
against
like
the law for her to
Pennywise.
put on makeup
Everyone,
anymore.
please do it. Do it for us. Everyone, go there. Open. You don't even have to turn it up or listen
Neb
to
is
them.
Pennywise. I just saw it, dude. Somebody's fucking put you in the ring.
Ben is
They
the
also
cold, dude.
they also put Bennywise too.
Pennywise. I saw Pollywise go by.
But anyway, yeah. Say Brett, give me a gum
What
job.
you guys doing over
Hey,
here? Don't you got some
Pennywise.
T-shirts to buy?
If
From
you
the
guys,
Banana Man?
the dude does have a point.
if anyone actually gets a gum job from Brett, I will pay him $500.
Gum job.
Oh Christ.
Let's see if
I
we
want
can-
intellectual discussion only.
I want jizz where my teeth used to
If he wants
be.
intellectual discussion only, you better just close his fucking channel.
Peas.
Gummies.
Dude, if
Oh
Brett
my
was
God.
actually, if Brett was faced with intellectual discussion, he would just like
Jim, I tell you what.
retreat
Busy
within
giving
himself.
your mama a gum job. After I get done with her, I'll bend your daddy over.
Oh
Sound
yeah,
good?
Brett, your mom, dude, your mom.
Did he say he would bend his daddy over?
Yes.
After I give your mom a gum job, I'm gonna bend your daddy over and make him my bitch.
How can you give a woman a gum job? I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I don't know,
knows?
dude.
Fucking
Maybe if she has like a really big clit.
God damn the fucking chest.
Oh my god.
Maybe Dorn's clit is
What the
huge.
hell? Did short
Oh,
bus
no,
come through?
dude, don't plant
Drop
that in my
dumbasses
fucking
off
head.
at my doorstep.
He's getting
You
mad.
guys realize
It's
I
actually
don't
bigger than my
babysit unless I'm
dick.
getting Paid.
Would he even be talking if the
Babysit
chat wasn't like
unless
this?
I'm getting paid.
No.
Oh goodness.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
Something over here. Look at that. It's the particular individual.
Do you see what I mean? He has no presence.
God, he's bad.
Thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs down this shit.
I want to remind everybody that this is like what a few minutes after Brett said,
Oh,
"Okay,
goodness.
guys,
So,
this is it.
I got a
Brett Keane,
question
the
for you
ultimate
all out there.
badass." And what has he
Type 1
done?
if you made it through high school. Type 2 if you failed from the get-go.
What?
Come on, be honest with
Come
me.
on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Be honest with me.
Type 3 if Brett's a manatee.
Type 3 for the manatee.
Type 3 for the manatee.
Someone
Type
put-
3.
Type 1 if you have
One's
cheese.
out there,
Type
ladies
2 if
and
you don't.
gentlemen. We've got no high
Type
school
3
fucking
for the manatee.
So someone in our chat said hashtag Dorn's a tranny.
Oh shit! Maybe so.
I was thinking that. That's why he thinks you can give women gum jobs.
Gum jobs, dude.
Because Dorn's got a big old
Yeah,
dick hanging
Dorn-
between her legs. and Brett's never cracked open a biology
There we
textbook
go.
and know that ain't supposed to be there, you know?
That's like, Dorn, is this normal for a lady? Yes, Brett.
Give your mom a gum job.
Somebody's standing over here we gotta talk to.
That's actually the most hideous thing I've ever been threatened with. I just tried to think of something worse than Brett Keane gumming my mother's
Oh,
pussy.
you sad,
And
sad
that's
little
it. That's
bastard.
it. That's the final frontier. There's no horror more profound than that, dude.
Okay.
Dude,
We're
there's a
just
lot of
simply
threes
not
in the
gonna
chat,
make
dude.
it,
There's a
sir.
lot of threes. Type 3 for the manatee, dude.
Oh my god, it's at least happening.
Okay, he's fighting.
Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, the thing I just lazily swung at
You're the
ran
sneaky
away.
shit on my enemy.
Over here. I'm a
Camera was
cave.
trying to work it.
Like, you're
Uh-oh,
even
what's
Brett Keane in video games.
Somebody's hiding.
Like, they could make an action video game like Morrowind where you got spells and cool shit, and literally all you do is wander around town and, like, lazily hit something with a sword and then run away.
Right.
Brett Keane, ultimate Brett.
Dude, he's the best role player
streamer
ever. He's the best role player ever, dude. He's just himself in every game, just like haphazardly wandering.
Treasure chest.
Oh shit! I'm probably gonna lose it if I get attacked by a single thing, though.
Come on, Brett, solve the fucking puzzle.
What a hapless retard!
There we
Can't
go.
open it. Wait, what?
You see that,
yes, he did. He did.
motherfuckers? That's pro skill right there, son.
Neat.
That's pro skill.
Pro skill.
Pro skill.
Oh my god.
Brady
It's like a
Wise.
90s wigger at this point.
That's skill, bro.
Bro, I
Got some skill. Got
Good
mad
jump.
skills,
You're
bro.
a jump.
Yeah, it's attacking me. I'm gonna win.
Fucked him right in the face.
Okay. Fucked him right in the face.
All right, Brett, fight. Do something.
Oh my god.
You fat, worthless tub of shit. Okay, yeah.
What are you Who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Hey, it's Hillary Clinton's situation. What's she doing here?
Oh my god.
Let's see what we have around her.
Man,
I'm a Trump man myself.
if we weren't here commentating over this, I can imagine the droves of people that would be watching this.
Dude, I mean, like,
Get
what?
you fucking poopy head.
It started with 14 viewers.
What is the purpose of this shit?
I have no
Like, he's-
fucking clue.
Unscripted says that his mother is worthless. Hey.
No, he said Brett is
If it wasn't
worthless.
for that ugly pig bitch, you wouldn't exist. You shouldn't talk about your mother that way.
He said Brett Keane is worthless. What are you talking about?
What?
Well, Brett, you fucking tranny named Dorn, so you don't have much room to talk.
Whoa, Scotty.
Boy. Well, Hammy, if you don't
It's
like
about
the
as true as
stream,
everything
you
he
can
said about
always
us.
Go play Pokemon, you little fucking dum-dum.
You little dum-dum.
And you know it's not an insult to call someone Pennywise.
You're a
Stephen
dum-dum,
King's It was
Paul.
probably one of the most classical badass movies ever. So try harder. you
Badass
fucking
movies?
try
That's one of the most classical badass movies ever.
Freddy
Oh
Wise,
my
that's right.
god.
I heard
Freddy
that-
Wise the Clown.
I heard they're gonna make a book soon.
The book's gonna be out any day.
Maybe it'll be as good as Eternal Undying Love.
Oh.
A scintillating
Jared, I don't eat
masterpiece.
poop, however, I have shit in your father's mouth a couple times.
Oh, shit.
But he begged for it.
Brett, these
He
comebacks
begged
are so bad.
He begged for me to shower him with my shit. That's about as plausible as somebody calling you for fucking video advice, Brett.
Oh my god.
Hey, Brett, I just gotta tell you something, man. My life real fucked up, Brett.
Hey, dude, there's a fucking Brett Keane poem in this book.
Oh, read it.
All right, we're gonna get rid of this stream.
Fuck this stream.
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay, so to recap, Brett can't stream video games for shit. All right, we're gonna close on a Brett Keane poem.
Let's do it.
God of
Oh my
Death.
god.
God of Death is the name of the poem?
Yes.
Okay.
I am sorrow without tears, a torture without pain.
Are you sure this wasn't written by 19-year-old TJ?
Yeah, maybe it was. I am a god without redemption, existing in a paradox plane. I'm a merciless killer, a victim without shame. I am a nightmare carved in ice, a place off limits to your mind. I am reason without rhyme. I am sin without consciousness. I am death. I am the apocalypse. Deaf ears seen by blind eyes. I don't mourn the dead. I don't care if you are hurt inside. I don't repent for what has been because I don't forgive. I'm false religion. I am conceived of false faith. I am misery. Brought on by a man's... This poem actually seems very self-aware for Brett.
Yeah.
Brought on by man's dreams, demons of hate. Come follow me, fall from grace. I am the director of your dreams. I'll take credit due at the end of your life. You'll become part of my collective. One of the many souls that I own. Black curtain, call. I write the script. You play the role. You just can't understand.
Dude!
What?
Is this fucking with anybody that he's telling us what he's done?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, is he
But this is Brett
confessing?
from like 30 years ago.
This is Brett's confession. That all was promised has no bearing.
I don't think it was 30
Isn't that
years
beautiful?
ago.
All that was promised has no bearing.
Yeah.
He would have been like 9.
What does heaven have to offer compared to a world where we can suffer? What does God himself have that I myself can't acquire? Do I owe him for the life he gave me? Do I think of him when I breathe? Will I bow down to him after he took my legs away? We all are born to follow. It does say or, by the way. We all are born to follow. That is our purpose. Yet to follow, we must lead blindly. I wonder what it is you're trying to hide. One thing is evident. To see the light, I must die.
Wow.
The funny thing is, when I close my eyes, even for one moment, can you guess what I see? Darkness. And I only hear silence, dead silence. It used to scare me, the void of nothingness. How can this be free will when you know me, the choices I'll make? My beginning as well as my demise. How long is this? Wow, this goes on.
So
this is a long-ass poem. I'll read the end.
Yeah. Give us the last stanza or
I'm
two.
going to read you the last bit. I miss you. It's been a long time. I have thought about you and the life you led. Tried so hard to be the world's friend. Always walked a straight arrow. Every time, never making one mistake. Forever trying to do what's right, but now you're dead. That's the wrong form of your, by the way.
Of course.
The world was too much for you to handle. Too much pain to bear. No place for nice guys, 'cause no one cares. Then a cold chill sweeps down my body, and I begin to laugh. Suddenly silence, as my reflection disappears from the mirror. Then I realize, after all this, I will always be my only true friend.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, what's worse, feminist slam poetry or that piece of shit?
What a
The
spooky,
confessional of what a spooky ending.
What a spooky poem in general. to
I'm
come
only
out of Brett.
my only real friend is me.
The poetry of Brett Keane is really the only place where he's self-aware at all.
Except for chances are he stole that from a message board.
Yeah, you have a good point.
Yeah, dude. We're just reading too much into it. That poem was almost certainly stolen from a message board, like all his other poems that he wrote.
Yeah, so you're right.
I think I actually recognize some of those as modified Tool lyrics, but maybe I'm just being hyper aware of plagiaristic
Who
shit.
knows? With Brett, I
Because it's
mean-
Brett. Also, I love how pixely the fuck you can't really see.
Yeah, it's very pixely.
But it's like it looks like it's so shitty quality. Like you could see all the fucking pixel edging around his hair.
Well,
and
he
shit.
hasn't changed his Lulu account probably since like whenever he was selling that shit initially, like 2006.
Yeah, Brett. When are you gonna write another fucking book, Brett?
Yeah, dude. We need another book.
We want to hear what's inside. It's time for you to bare your author's soul once more.
Dude, a book of poetry.
Everyone's saying that Brett's talking shit about TJ right now.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yep.
God, gotta go back.
Cool, let's go back.
Live to the scene.
You know, another thing we could do is maybe I'll be Brett's patron once again. Maybe I could commission a new fucking work of fiction from Brett Keane.
Brett owes you an interview still.
Yeah, doesn't he? That's true.
He
said
does
was
owe you
gonna
an
do me
interview.
an interview.
Yeah, as long as
It's intellectual discussion, TJ.
Yeah, we'll have an intellectual discussion.
Yes.
It'll be
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. Yay, I am excitable.
Do something
Brett.
interesting.
Where's the
Brett.
shit he was talking?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hear any shit.
Can we go back a little?
How long has this stream been?
I don't know.
Like near an hour, I think.
Just go back a smidge.
Like a minute?
I don't know, a couple minutes.
2 minutes?
Like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. All right.
Right about there.
So many ball watchers, so little time.
Oh.
Yeah?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Brett, come watch TJ's fucking balls.
I'm still wandering around the same fucking place.
Yep.
So what do you guys think of that video where TJ live in a broadcast actually admits to doing things with a 14-year-old? That's kind of icky, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
What?
Rough
More
guys,
Brett
huh?
Keane honesty. Remember that
Yeah.
stream where I was like,
What,
man,
there's
remember
your
that
sister,
14-year-old
huh?
I fucked?
Yeah. Yeah, that stream.
That was the
Crazy.
last episode.
I remember the stream where you admitted the triple homicide. You're like, I murdered 3 people. I just had to
So
get it off
what?
my chest. You
so
know
what, dude? I murder people all the time. I don't give a shit.
Well, you have no morals. You're an atheist, of course.
Yeah.
Scotty, remember the stream where he admitted to be responsible for 9/11?
Well, that was true. It
I
is
mean,
true.
yeah. Well, credit where credit's due.
All right.
Is that all? Wow. I thought there was going to be a little bit more shit talking than that.
Never had a
Yeah.
chance.
Poor
Failed
turd.
from birth.
Failed from birth.
What?
I don't know, dude.
Unlike you, Brett, swimming in an ocean of fucking success.
All right. So, anything you want to say to the guests before we go off the air?
Well, 2 of them didn't say shit, and Egghead said things, but you wish he didn't. So I would just say,
Love you guys.
all right,
I would
Egghead.
say,
Egghead,
When
you're
can
gonna
I
get
be on your
broken.
show, Egghead? When can I be on your
buy
show?
this book, Eternal Undying Love,
All right.
Part 1.
Write me, Egghead. I want to be on the Egghead show.
Oh, shit.
All right.
I'm going to be super nice to you, too.
It would be funny if people used our Amazon link to get Eternal Undying Love.
Oh, also, I guess I
because then
agreed
we
to a
would get
debate
paid.
with Vigilant Christian.
Oh, yeah. I
Did you?
saw those messages.
You know, he wrote me and he said,
That's
like,
gonna happen.
it was weird because he wrote me and said, like, let's do a video together where we have a discussion. It's like, okay. And then later, you agreed to a debate. I'm like, you didn't say debate, but okay. Sure.
Cool.
I guess I agreed to a debate.
Yeah, I saw those messages.
Nice dishonest tactic there, Vigilant Christian. But yeah, I'll still do it. Whatever.
He made a video that said John Cena is Satanic Illuminati.
Well,
It's pretty
for
funny.
once he's right.
Yep.
All right, so we will see you guys later, and I guess I'm going to do a debate with the Vigilant Christian at some point, and I guess I'm going to be on the Egghead show at some point.
I forgot to cover the video that we absolutely. Dude, I hate myself for not doing it.
What is it?
It's the fucking Tommy Sotomayor one.
Oh, the one where he crushed the car.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Ah, shit. Play the fucking video.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry. I should have thought of it earlier.
You're a son of a bitch, Ben. Well, I guess we didn't do a show for a couple weeks, so they get a long show.
Yeah. Well, we did the shows for that couple weeks.
Yeah, that's actually not true, TJ.
No, I'm saying like the last 2 weeks we didn't do shows on Friday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
I thought you said something
dumbasses.
else. No, you
My bad.
Don't question my brilliance. Don't question
You
me.
misspoke then, TJ.
I did not misspoke. You fucking understood. Because you're dumb.
Could have killed you, TJ. Could have fucking killed you.
Check this out.
Yeah?
Literally today, a black woman here in Cedar Hill, Texas.
Okay, it's a black woman's fault that Tommy crashed his car.
Obviously,
I just
she
want to
hit
point
him.
out to you
So,
the last
A black woman hit Tommy.
Let's flash back in our memories to the last video we watched of Tommy's, where he was had a fucking screeching cat, 2 kids, and he was filming a video, not even in the direction of the road, so he's looking over this way as he's fucking driving. And we're sitting there saying, like, man, this motherfucker's gonna crash his car.
Yeah.
And then he
And he crashes
does.
his car.
And now it was the fault of some black bitch.
Yeah, right.
Whatever, Tommy.
Let's weigh the evidence. Screeching weasel, hissing cat, unruly children, filming myself at an angle that I can't look forward while careening down the highway, but it was some other black bitch's fault.
Yeah, and not even keeping his hands on the wheel either.
Yeah.
How many times in that video do we notice he had like both of his hands off the wheel as he's like gesticulating to the camera, like, yeah, I'm Tommy. It's like, dude, you're driving a car. You're operating a vehicle. I mean, like, how fucking stupid can you be? I'm a guy who's so fucking without common sense that I pulled a guy's fucking cochlear shit out of his fucking head just because I was curious what it was. Okay, and even I look at that video and say, what the fuck, Tommy? Come on.
Hit my car. I was already mad that she hit my car.
Okay, I want to point out the damage to Tommy's car was in the front.
Yeah. So unless she backed into it, yeah.
It seems to me like if you have damage to the front of your car, in 90% of cases, that's because you fucking crashed into someone else, not because they crashed into you.
She was a black bitch, wanted to teach Tommy a lesson.
You should probably watch my videos. Look at his car. Look at the damage.
It's not even that fucking damaged.
From the scene of the accident.
Look at that.
He's been saying that.
You see that shit?
He's been saying that the fucking damage is like over $1,000 worth of damage.
Shit.
It might be.
I just had this woman hit me out here on.
She hit you. Yet the damage is to the front of your car. How does that work? Like, how exactly did she hit you? It looks like you guys are both facing the same direction.
And I don't see any damage on
the front of her car. Where's the damage to the front of her car?
Let's see.
Please, everyone, hit the like button.
Detective
in honor.
fucking TJ detects some malfeasance and dishonesty on the part of Tommy.
Everyone hit the like button in honor of the 3-hour episode.
Like button.
Yeah, they don't happen very often. All 4,366 of you hit the fucking like button.
Hit it.
All right.
This exit 67 here in Cedar Hill. She hit me turning over in that lane over there, but she cut in too deep because she didn't see me. She turned into my car, hitting my car. I moved over to the side over there, hit that, and as you can see, when I went onto the curve, there's damage here.
It's pronounced curb.
There's a chunk out of this tire, and this one is flat. So the guy's telling me, no, you're not gonna talk to me. Hey, let me tell y'all, see?
Yeah, because she might say what actually happened.
Don't be trying to contradict my narrative, bitch.
Yeah, look at the huge damage to the front of her car where she hit you.
Yeah, look at that.
Non-existent.
Like, swing around to the back of that and see if it looks like she got rear-ended.
Let's film the back of that car. Why
I
don't
ain't
we?
bothered this woman. I haven't bothered you. I haven't said a word to you. Have I said anything to you? I'm talking to my phone. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye, bitch. This is why nobody likes these black whores. Look.
Oh yeah, she's the one who's instigating shit.
Yeah.
The woman who comes over there and talks to you politely,
Like,
and you call her
however-
a bitch,
however
and then she's like, what the fuck? And you're like, look how these bitches act.
However this actually went down, what you do when you have a fender bender is you pull over and you exchange insurance information and you call a tow truck if need be.
Yeah.
You don't fucking wildly start filming somebody going, this bitch over here ran into my car, and then stick the fucking phone in her face when she comes over to hand something to you. She was probably just trying to give you her insurance so you could call them or something.
What a monster.
Get him. Black whores. Black whores. Black whores. Get out my face, though, bitch. Because I'll whip your motherfucking ass. Get out my face. Yeah. I don't like black bitches anyway. Bye. Bye, that's all. Bye, broke bitch. Bye, broke bitch. My car costs more than your house, bitch.
I thought you were homeless. Whatever.
The story changes out of whim.
It kind of looks like her car is pretty much comparable to yours.
Nope.
So,
So Tommy Sotomayor is very rarely confronted by one of the people he hates the most, and given that opportunity, he says, "My car costs more than your house, bitch." The brilliance of Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah.
Talking to, watch when you find yourself online. I don't have no issue about my insurance, bitch. What insurance? What insurance? What issue, bitch? What issue? No, I don't.
Okay, why? Here's an idea. If you ask someone a question, maybe then shut up so they can answer it.
No, he already knows the answer.
You know,
Tommy.
That's how the conversation.
Tommy has
happens.
a better answer, TJ. He has the best
Oh, he
words.
had it.
And that's fine.
I don't have, bitch. I'm not scared, bitch. I'm not scared. You keep talking to me, and I ask you to leave me alone. Did I bother you? And
Yeah, she came to give you her paperwork.
Yeah, you kind of
Sounds
rear-ended her
perfectly
car.
reasonable, right?
What the fuck is wrong with this
she
guy?
seems reasonable.
This guy's a total dipshit.
He's a fucking psycho. Look how he's reacting.
He's filming himself, totally instigating someone who's just trying to be reasonable.
Yeah.
And then he's acting like he's the fucking victim. What a twat.
I was talking on my phone. You didn't have to say shit to me, did you? Did you have to say shit to me?
Oh, here comes the
You didn't have
cops.
to say shit to me. You did not have to say shit to me.
You said shit to her, you fucking asshole. We saw you start this shit. You filmed yourself starting it. Are you fucking stupid? Rhetorical question.
Hey, I got something in the car for you. You want to do it? You want to do it? You want to do it? Then let's roll. Let's do it.
Wow.
I gave him the information.
Exactly. No, you came over there talking in my phone. They told me to wait because I.
He's the one who was wrong. That's
No, she came over you. She came over, handed you the paper, and you started fucking haranguing her for no reason.
Yeah,
and calling her a fucking bitch.
We all saw it.
Now,
I'm not going over there. Now,
okay, the level of delusion of this guy to actually record this video and then look at it and say, "Yeah, I look like the person who's right in this situation."
I look good. Yeah, this video makes me look real good.
I
no,
mean,
it
like,
doesn't,
are you-
Tommy.
are you fucking
look
insane?
Like shit.
I mean, are you fucking insane?
He is.
You
obviously.
do not look. You do not come across in this video as the person who's blameless and not at fault in the situation.
No.
Y'all see that woman? Look at her. Y'all saw me. All I was doing was filming my car.
Yes.
Filming my damage.
yes,
That's it.
that's true.
Wasn't doing nothing else.
And then
That's
what
not
happened?
the problem, Tommy, though.
That's all I was doing, walking around my car filming my damage.
And she ran
I'ma
up
let
and
y'all
started
hear
going,
from the
"Fuck
cop
you, motherfucker!" No,
Just a second.
that's not what's on your tape.
Promise you, this is why I have such hate for this group of people.
This woman caused an accident and then literally felt like she was going to come talk shit in my recording of the damn. No, you talk shit to her.
Yeah, as she was trying to hand you.
Have
her
you?
insurance.
Did
Yeah,
you
she's like,
watch
she came up, she was like, "Here's my information. Fuck you, bitch."
Yeah. Stupid fucking bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Whore.
Black whore.
Then want to say that's why y'all get killed. Mind you, this bitch was at my truck. I wasn't at hers. Wait till you see the next video talking to the punk cop. And then the white cop who came after him who was nothing but friendly.
Oh, great. So it's going to be one of those fucking things where,
black
like, it's
cop.
because the first cop that responded was black. Here's my dichotomy of that. Why would we rely on that when you were part of that and your fucking vision of what happened in that video is she walked up and started talking shit to my phone? She walked up reasonably to hand you her insurance information. And you started fucking calling her all out of order and shit. Clearly, that's what happened. So why would we care what you have on the cops now, when we know you distort something so simple?
I think Egghead is like eating his own. Like,
Egghead is eating his own fingernail
shit.
I can't
I'm
see
an,
him.
I'm an ugly motherfucking person.
He just like cleaned out his fingernail and then like
And he
ate
ate
the
it.
dirt under it.
All right, that is
I have bad habits.
That's ultra cringe. All right, you're gone, Egghead.
Gone.
That's it.
Yeah,
Cringy.
I am
You're the
disgusting
weakest link,
piece of
Egghead.
shit.
The show's gone in general. So
Yeah.
give us a
Good night.
thumbs up.
I just had to boot him
Good
because
night and good luck, y'all.
he can't stop the cringe.
That was nasty.
Anyway, good night.
Good night.